Hey, everybody. Sorry I'm late. I'm so sorry. But give me a few minutes. My guest is uh is running a little late too. I just got off. We had some problems and everything with security. So, anyways, how are you all? How are you all doing? Give me one sec. Hey. Sorry I'm back and everything. So, yeah. What's up, Cassie? What's up, Shire? Ah, my shoulder. Anyways, so shoulder is killing me. Anyways, so how are you all? And welcome to Supernatural Survival Sunday. What we're going to do here and everything, as y'all have seen what I posted and you know took took care of on Twitter and everything, I am going to have I'm going to have a lot of people come up on panel and discuss anyways, have people discuss their emergency kits in their field, what they carry, what they need to carry, and if they want to show, they can show whatever they carry with them on occasion. Thanks, Fluffy Bro. And the thing is we all need to help each other. We all need to take care of each other, to help each other understand that these hobbies, these experiences, all this stuff comes at a price. And with that price comes danger, comes being hurt, becomes being lost. Things can arise and things can happen. Oh, yeah. I hope so, Cassie. I hope so. See, that's the thing, Cassie. You know, and you do go out. You go out with Deanna. Y'all go to a lot of places, a lot of cemeteries, stuff like that. And here's the thing with older cemeteries, cemeteries that were around in the 17, you know, in the early 1700s, all the way through the early 1800s. Their caskets were made out of simple wood. And what happens with wood after a certain amount of years? It rots, it breaks. So, and also, some people could not afford coffins. So they were buried 6 foot into the ground without anything as a barrier to protect them. And what do you have there? You have a sinkhole, you have a pit. You can break your leg in a hollow grave. A pack of smokes, 2 lighters, and a Choco bar. I love you, Shire. But that's not going to help you in a survival situation, sir. What are you going to do about water? What are you going to do about rehydrating yourself? What if you break your leg and you're stuck in a location for more than 3 days? 3 days without water, you're dead, my brother. Hey, Laura, how you doing? Hey, Sarah. But this Gatorade is good, but it also makes you sweat more. It is a quick electrolyte pick me up. That's why a lot of sports stars drink 1 cup of Gatorade to every 2 cups of water. Gatorade by itself a is not a helper for you. It makes you sweat out the impurities, but it also tries to keep in the water that you take with the electrolytes, with the salt in it. So relying just on Gatorade is a bad choice, no matter where you go. Hey, Tryon, how you doing, brother? Oh, Fluffy, you had to bring up pee, huh? That's one of the bad things that people don't understand about pee. You can't drink pee just straight because it has too many toxins that your body is trying to get out. So what you have to do is distill that urine. There's too many problems with that. For one, you need a piece of white plastic. For two, you need a soft enough ground to dig about a 3-foot hole. For three, you need a catchment for it. For four, you have to have water to be able to pee. And if you're at that dire of a situation where you need to drink pee, it's going to come out with blood, black blood. And you won't be able to drink that because your kidneys and your body and your organs are already failing. They are already dying on you. You can make a hole without digging. Well, see, Shire, you have badgers where you are. We, we over here, we don't have badgers. We have porcupines. We have groundhogs. We have squirrels, armadillos, raccoons. And the thing with the raccoons, they don't like you sucking the dew off their nose, sir. But that does come to a good point. If you have a cotton bandana and you are in the wilderness, the early morning dew can be soaked with the cotton bandana. It's only going to give you probably about maybe 2 tablespoons to 3 tablespoons of water, but that's enough water to help your body recover. It won't quench your thirst, but it will help your body recover. Hey, Carol, how you doing? Well, we we have a specific breed of badger, but they're but since like the early 1900s, most of those badgers are very, very rare trying. I mean, and really, you don't want to mess with a badger because that thing will tear you up. You know, it's but that's only in certain parts, like around um, what is it, Yosemite National Park. A few natural parks, big natural parks. You may see one or two badgers. Yeah. A lot of fluffs running around. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, Carol. People, people in the survival and prepping and end of the world communities and everything, they scare humans so much with fear tactics. In reality, if you go to a natural source of water that is fresh, clean, running water, you are not going to get cryptosporidia. You're not going to get any of the waterborne pathogens unless you are close to human settlements. Humans are the ones that create these waterborne pathogens. Animals do not. They said they want to make you fear that. And another way is to purify water and everything if you are afraid of getting any of the waterborne pathogens, is dig a hole in the silt of the waterbed, of the riverbed, about 10 feet away from the river or the spring, and let the water seep in through the dirt and the rocks. And in that water, it is pure, fresh, clean drinking water. Shirtless, eh? Oh, thank you, Cassie. Oh, yeah, Tron, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking the close cousin was, the Wolverine that we have up north. Right, Shopper, right. Hey, Tarot sis, how is my favorite sis Jen? But here's the thing. If there's anybody in here, this is an open discussion. And give me a second. This is an open discussion for anybody in fields, for anybody that's outside of the survival fields. People people tend to listen to other people from their own field when they talk about, because here's the thing with paranormal people, they need lightweight gear, okay? Because most of the weight of their packs and everything is their camera gear, their ghost hunting equipment. You're going to have 50 to 70 pounds of ghost hunting equipment. Same thing with cryptid hunting, same thing with urbex exploration. everybody's pack is going to be completely different. That is just common sense, you know. But the thing is, no problem, Fluffy. No problem, brother. Take your time, brother. Like I told you, family first, man. But oh yeah, there's a lot of volcanic rivers that run out. They contain cyanide, they contain sulfur, they contain materials from the area that it comes from. Oh yeah, common sense, Triumph. Common sense. Hey Tammy, how you doing? Hey Vodka Sis, how you doing? But everybody has different packs. Everybody has different needs in their particular fields. Survivalists worry about surviving. Preppers, survivalists, all that stuff, it's all the same. But when it comes to other fields, you all still need an emergency kit no matter where you go. You could be in a 200-year-old house, or we all, most of us in this chat, we know my brother, Past Life Explorer. He goes to some abandoned buildings in cities and everything that has more of a threat than, say, other places. Yes, floorboards and everything is going to be a danger no matter what, what you do. But there is other things. There's human elements. There's police. There is, other things that can stop you, that can hurt you. And in that, you need an emergency kit, no matter where you are. And it doesn't matter if you go with one other person or 5 other people. When somebody gets hurt traumatically and cannot help themselves, that puts everybody else in that group into danger. Hey, what's up, Sonny, brother? And in these situations, if say my brother Fluffy gets hurt in a place, and he's with Jen Taro, okay? Not only does Fluffy now put Jen in danger, because Jen is the one that's going to have to, if Fluffy broke an ankle, he can't put pressure on that ankle. So every step is now going to have to be 2 steps and a hop. And you're already in an area that is bad, that has broken wood, has nails, has a lot of demolished stuff in that place. Oh, I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. I just got off work. Oh, yeah, trying. Yeah. I mean, all these places are amazing, but the problem is the dangers that go along with these places. But like I said, with Fluffy having to hop now, he has to put all his weight onto Jen. And if Jen doesn't have her footing right, he could end up hurting Jen. And now, not only is Fluffy hurt, but Jenny is hurt too. You see what I'm talking about? it is a downward spiral from there. Hey Janet, how you doing, sis? But it's that's why everybody in each area needs an emergency kit. An emergency kit is not going to save you from a broken leg. It's not. In something like that, you are going to need an emergency GPS locator. Ah, thank you, sis. Right, Taro? I mean, things you don't understand the hurt, the pain, the worry that you will put on other people when you get injured. You may want to be there. Sunny. A lot of things is people think being in with a lot of people or having an extra person with you is going to help you. And that's not always true because you don't know the strength of the other person. You don't know if they're going to have a panic attack. You don't know if they are going to break mentally in something like this. There is always the mental aspect to all this. What do you need, Cassie? Everybody needs a first aid kit. And I'm not talking about a basic first aid kit. Basic first aid kits are really flesh wound kits. You know, if you cut yourself or whatever. If you're going into abandoned buildings and everything, you're going to need more of a trauma emergency med kit. Something that has Israeli bandages in it. Something that has a pre-form cast on it. Preform cast is a piece of moldable plastic that will mold around any bone or any area that you need, and it will tighten around that area, and you will wrap it with a ace bandage. It's not going to save you. It's not going to stop your, stop the pain from whatever, but it is going to stop you from hurting yourself even farther. You're going to need with these kits, it's always your first aid that you need first. Then you're going to need something that is going to be able to be a dual purpose water bottle. A single walled stainless steel or aluminum water bottle. Most of them only come in 16 ounces. Some come in 32 ounces, depending on where you are. Hey, Sergey, how you doing? Most people that live out in California, places like that, you have an ability to get a single walled canteen called a clean canteen. A clean canteen has a silver lining on the inside, but it's a single walled stainless steel 32-ounce wide mouth water bottle. You can boil water in it. You can, it's the silver lining on it is kind of a purification on it. The first form of purifying the water. Silver will purify water. It will kill a lot of contaminants. Oh yeah. Like I said, Taro, that's why I want you to be my co-host, girl. Yep. And see, that's another thing. Just like what Taro said, a lot of these places and everything, depending on where you are, it's not just the building falling apart. It's also wildlife. There's also going to be places that you're going to go that may have a coyote in there. You may have a hurt animal. It may have a female protecting its young. You may run into snakes. You may run into scorpions. You may run into brown recluses. If if you've never seen what a brown recluse bite or a black widow bite can do to a person, you need to look up those pictures. Hold on. What did you say, Cassie? Um, yeah, those are called purification tablets, Cassie. Purification tablets. You put in one tablet for every 1 liter of water. So 32 ounces is 1 liter. So that's why I always tell people to get a 32-ounce water canteen. Getting a 32-ounce water canteen, all the you don't have to do the math to break up that water purification tablet and, you know, waste that whole tablet, because once you break it in half, the other part starts to crumble away and you can't really use it again. Oh yeah, there's a lot of ways of purifying water, Cassie. There is there's UV light. They have a UV stir that you can put in water. You turn on the UV stir, you put it in the water, you stir it for probably about 30 seconds, and it's clean, fresh water to drink. But things like that, it comes with a price, and that means batteries. And if you are not always constantly upkeeping and checking your batteries, when you need it the most, it's not going to be there, or those batteries will be dead. It's always easier to be able, because most people are going to be in abandoned buildings. Most people are going to be out in the wilderness, and the most abundant resource what anywhere is going to be wood, and wood is everywhere. Burning, I mean, burnable material is going to be everywhere. So if you are in an abandoned house or whatever, all you need to do is break up some wood, split it, make a fire, and boil your water. But also, oh yeah, 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 Taro. I still have a scar on the back of my calf where a brown recluse. I was in the Chihuahuan Desert and everything, and a brown recluse found its way into my sleeping bag and bit me when I rolled over. And I had to pour peroxide, I had to pour alcohol into it, I had to wrap the wound just to get me out of there. I had to take care of it because, and that, that's a thing too. Any kind of danger, any kind of damage that's done to your body, even a minor scrape in a dirty area will infect a wound, and it will make that wound putrid. It will make you sick over time also. And the same thing with any kind of, I mean, you don't even have to really worry about brown recluses or black widows. I mean, you could get stung by a centipede. You could get stung by a black king scorpion or a brown tail razor scorpion. I mean, those are all over the place in California and all the desert areas. Yeah, that's if. But the thing is also, Shire, is the cobwebs and abandoned buildings, they're not going to be sanitary. They're not going to be clean. And they used cobwebs and everything kind of like how we use cotton today, like how we use cotton balls to shove into the wound. I need stickers, Cassie. Okay. But there is a lot of there is a lot of problems going to abandoned places. It's not just afraid of the building collapsing into you. Because if a house has been around for 200 years and it hasn't collapsed in yet, it's not going to collapse in when you walk in. But on the other hand, depends on how the architecture of that place is. You have to worry more about everything else that goes along with that house. You have to worry about dust. You have to worry about dirt, grime, rust. You know, you have to worry about all this other things. And that's why, like I said, no matter where you are, no matter what you do, you have to have a full emergency medical kit on you. Yes, it is going to weigh a lot. But you know what? What is 10 pounds to your life? I mean, you're already going into these dangerous locations with 70 pounds of gear on you. Another 10 pounds isn't going to hurt you. Or you could leave home that one extra, EMF detector, or, that 20-pound REM pod that you don't really need. Redhead, what? Hey, Drop, how you doing? But here's the thing. I'm going to put the link out in the chat because we got a good amount of people in here, okay? I'll put the link into the chat. And if you are an investigator, if you are paranormal, cryptid, urbex, if you do something outside that is not survivalists, okay? Y'all hear me, brothers? Not the survivalist community. This is for the other groups. I'm going to put the link out. I'm going to invite y'all up, okay? I'm going to let y'all up. Let me do this. Because us survivalists know what we need. But the other people don't. Except for my sister Jenny. right. Go to post comment. Paste. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Boom. All right. Thank you, Laura. Yeah, that's my water wall, and that's my waterfall wallpaper. It's from a waterfall in Africa. Don't remember which one, but it is. So, if anybody wishes to come up here and discuss what they carry besides their regular, you know, ghost hunting, cryptid hunting, whatever gear, you want to talk about experiences that you have had where you did need something, whether it's self-defense, whether it's, an emergency, whether it's something that happened to you, go ahead and hit that link and come up here, because I've learned that people in other communities really listen to people from that community. Oh, we got somebody. Hey, drop, brother. Oh. Can you hear me, drop?
Can you hear me?
I think I can.
Yeah, I'm working on the input and output on the thing because I kind of got a stupid system here.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, it's picky.
Yeah, one time I was helping one friend move into a new house, right?
Yeah.
And I saw this old man watering these roses,
Yeah.
and there was no roses there, and that was a ghost that was watering these roses. Okay, so just putting that out there.
It's all good. See, like
No,
it.
no, I'm
Yeah, a
serious.
lot of. Oh,
I
I know.
saw I saw him doing that. And it's like, who's this old man that's watering roses? And my friend was like, there's nobody there.
Yeah.
And then I said, okay, I see that. And you see ghosts, but you see ghosts that are actually interdimensional, which means they're
Right.
from a different time zone. And people don't realize that people that have been doing stuff for 1,000 years ago have been doing it today. They
Oh
don't
yeah.
realize that. They don't realize it. You've been here when?
Oh,
But
What's
Matt,
up, Fluffy brother?
what's up, Matt?
Nothing much, brother. Nothing much. How about you?
Not much. Eating food, trying to survive, trying to get over this.
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
I
You
don't get that because I actually my ACE2 inhibitors just reject everything. So I
right?
don't get sick a lot at all, honestly.
Yeah. They went to a YouTube family reunion that one of our friends holds, and Seems like the whole entire party got sick.
Honestly, I don't get sick at all. I
A
mean,
good
every decade.
majority of them did, except for PLE, because he's the lucky one. He has the mask on, and his identity, so he was saved.
Right.
No, actually, I don't get sick at all. Actually, every decade maybe I get sick, but honestly, my ACE2 inhibitors actually prevent that because they don't attach.
And see, that's the thing too, is I don't, I
Right.
don't, I guess I get it, but I don't. It's it's my own opinion. As other people have their own, but I'm fully vaxxed. Plus, I have the booster, and I still got COVID. Like it's,
Oh yeah.
it doesn't matter if you have the vaccine or not. Honestly,
I'm
because
not actually vaxxed for anything. The only thing I got was like 30 years, 40 years ago, I guess, was shot in the arm, like 60 different things, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
For the military.
What's up, Cassie?
Yeah, I had to take the 2 vaxes because of my work and everything, but yeah, I got it too, Fluffy. So yeah.
I mean, if we're working, excuse me, if we're working in it, through our job that we have to get it. I mean, eventually my job was like, yeah, everyone has to be vaxxed, or they have to have a negative test every week plus wear a mask. So I'm like, I'm just gonna be vaxxed. I'm just gonna, take it done.
You know where I work, Fluffy?
Where?
At home for the last 25 years, and I've been self-employed and make my own money.
Hey, I mean, it whatever works for anybody. I mean, that's great for you. I'm happy for you on that. I work with dead people. Yeah, Taro works with dead people. So
yep.
I want to see a UFO, Sonny. Sonny, if you have a UFO, you got to show me. I want a UFO.
Oh shit!
What, you got a UFO right now?
You want to buy me a used spaceship or what?
That is a UFO. He just doesn't know it.
Hey, why are you sick? Cause brown?
No, I'm round.
No. You want to buy my used spaceship? I bought it from Zorg, man. That cool guy. He's Rex over there at that channel, and he sold me a used spaceship. I like it because it's really cool. But not kidding about the used spaceship thing, but it's better than the tank I have buried in the mountain somewhere. But enjoy that.
Nice.
Sonny.
What's up, Sonny? How you doing, brother?
Sonny Swayze.
Sonny Swayze.
But I call him when he wears his glasses.
Oh, he doesn't voice. He has no audio.
Oh.
All right, I'm ready.
Oh, there
I
you
was
go.
shutting down
All right,
YouTube
there we
side. All right, you
Oh,
guys
what
want to
the
see
heck?
what we've seen last night?
Yeah.
I'll see if I can. I don't think I can just send it to Matt
you guys,
right now.
You guys said you seen this last.
Yeah, I'm on my phone right now,
I'm
Sonny.
in Fresno, California.
Yeah, we're
And-
we're in San Diego, so.
Okay, Chad, my co-host Chad Smith.
Yep.
He's in Michigan.
Okay.
All right. So I'm fishing last night, and we're out in the middle of nowhere, actually, out here in the country. And
Right.
I go out to check the truck. There was somebody else there when we got there, and when the guys were leaving, they went to make sure their gun was on safety before they got in the truck, and they shot it off.
Oh, geez.
So yeah, I asked if they were okay. They said yeah, and when they were leaving, I went to go check the truck to make sure they didn't accidentally shoot our truck, and
Right.
everything was cool. Everything was good. So while I'm there, I see something in the sky, and to me, it looked like a lit up parachute or a lit up balloon that you ride in. Like the big hot air balloons.
Yeah.
It looked like that, but supplying its own light. And then so I'm like, what the hell am I seeing? And so I'm looking at it, and I'm like, is that some kind of weird shaped cloud that just like the sun's bouncing off it perfect still because it's nighttime? And I'm thinking maybe it's moonlight but I don't know. Okay, so
That's
this is
crazy.
So about an hour later, I got a bunch of messages, and
Well,
checked his messages
actually, you
and
want to
one
know
of them's
something?
from Chad, and he's saying he's seen the exact same thing. and
Sonny,
he
you
put
want to know
pictures of it
something?
up, and
Wanna know
and it
something?
was.
You want to know something,
Yeah.
Sonny?
What's that, man?
Well, there's actually a big old blip of magna that actually moves north to Siberia to
Mm-hmm.
meet up with the other Siberia thing, and that actually is moving that way since 2020, and that is actually moving that way, and the Earth is actually tilting. So,
That's what we
and
were seeing.
you will see that
Oh, wow.
the
Huh.
North Pole, magnetic North Pole versus the geonomic pole is actually changing.
That
And
was that's Matt flying in the sky, getting home, and
My
lights.
cousin, my cousin that was with me
That's
said that was maybe something entering our atmosphere, and when it like broke the sound barrier, it made that
No.
ring.
no, we'll do that with the actual thing for the Earth when you actually have the magnetic poles and the blips
Yeah, you
going
can see
on.
the stars and everything behind it, but that's what we were
That-
seeing, and it looked like
that-
it was just floating there, like it would have been a balloon or something. But it was
No,
crazy, guys.
it's not. It's not. It's north. It's in the magnetic north going across from the geo north, and it's headed towards Siberia, which means that big blob of magna is going there, and that when that meets up, it's going to lopside and tilt the Earth. That's what it means. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about.
Huh.
It's been a long time, but I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, there went the UFO.
Is that
No.
my sister? Is that my sister Jenny?
My
Yeah.
dog's
Sounding like an
attacking
old
somebody.
man. Yeah, that's me.
So if you want to know what that is, that's what that explanation is.
And then somebody told me today they had seen something about it that no one knew. They couldn't figure out what it was yet.
I know what it is. I've been trying for like 3 years or 4 years now.
Now, why is that big old ring around it? And then that ring actually turned in, like, it didn't stay a ring like that. The ring turned into, like, for me, it just started turning into like mist, and then
it's
then it just disappeared. The ring disappeared. That was gone, and so was that little bright ass thing in the center.
magnetic. It's magnetic because you see the hex poles on every other planet right now. Okay, you see the hex pole. That's actually magnetic. It's a 6 pole because you have the hexagon on there, and that's probably because of the magnetic forces. Okay,
Yeah, I've never seen nothing like that.
it's in Saturn. Look at Saturn. Saturn's a perfect planet. Okay.
Oh.
You look at that, it's on the same axis, same point, and you look at the North Pole, magnetic North Pole and the North Pole, and it is actually right on, next to the magnetic pole. It's on the same north axis pole, or the what they call geographic pole.
Okay. And what is it again? A big ball of magma, you think? Is that what you said?
Yes, it is. One split off from under Canada, and it is the majority of a magna pole that's actually migrating over to Siberia.
And how come I can only see it for a few, like maybe a minute tops, before that ring dissipated, like just turned into nothing?
Well, it's because of the energy that's being expended. That's actually a physics thing, because it actually shows it the heat map be on top of the Earth when it actually moves. Okay, so I know this because I'm actually an engineer, so I know things like this.
Oh, yeah, I say I know things, but I'm usually just joking around.
I'm not joking around. I'm actually an engineer. Okay?
But I know.
I'm
Like
actually-
I said, I'm believing you when I say I know things. It's usually a joke, but yeah, I last night I'm telling you, man, I'm really stumped. So I appreciate.
I mean,
you explaining this
if
to
I
me.
was talk to Green Greggs or Greg Allison, which is actually a rocket scientist, and I'm actually an engineer myself, and we actually do know these things. So we
That's awesome, man. Yeah, because I'm telling you, totally stumped. Like I've never seen anything like that before in my life. And
Well, you see a heat signature when you actually have things like this happen.
Man,
And I actually have a friend that
What's up,
actually
Fluffy?
you driving or you park somewhere?
I am driving right now, brother. I'm almost home.
Driving
I
is
actually have a
he's
friend
multitasking.
that actually is a geologist too. By the way, I went with college with,
Oh.
back in the 80s, and he could tell you the same thing.
Man. And you said you've been tracking that?
Yeah, I've been tracking it for a long time.
Wow.
Sonny, what time of night did you see that when you took that
You know,
picture? Like, was it late or was it like early?
That was actually Chad Smith's picture that he took at 2:15 in the morning, and it
Okay.
was the same thing I seen at 11:15 my time as 2:15 his time. We were
Gotcha.
seeing it at the exact same time.
Gotcha. Wow.
I was out fishing, and I don't know what he was doing. I haven't asked him yet.
And when was this, Sonny?
He was
Last night.
He was fishing for Matt.
Yeah.
Yes, and actually, that could be a collapse of a fissure from a actual crater of like Yellowstone.
Cass, it doesn't mean you can't learn.
You know what I'm saying?
Cass does
There's a,
things.
there's a reason why
Cassie
they don't.
knows things. Cassie knows things.
Yes, she does.
She's just too kind-hearted not to say anything.
There's a reason why
She's
they
willing,
don't want you to go to the North and South Pole.
and that's what I like about Cassie. Is she's willing to learn, especially with her
Yep.
feet. Anything else?
Oh, hold on, I got somebody. Oh, you got somebody.
Well, thank you, man, for taking time to explain that to me, because for me, I'm just totally stumped. Like I couldn't tell you.
I don't want to be rude, but I'm telling you the truth.
No, you're not being rude. Trust me, I appreciate that. I don't think it's rude. Yeah,
Sonny is willing to take any information.
that's right. All information is good information.
Yes.
Nice.
So, anyways, Fluffy,
What?
so what do you carry with you? What do you carry with you on your stuff?
My stomach,
On your adventures?
my gut.
Don't let him fool you, Matt. I have to pack the emergency shit. Otherwise, he would go out there with a flashlight, his phone, and just stare at shit all night long.
And a pocket knife, but yes, she's right. She does pack the other stuff.
I know she takes care of you, Fluffy.
I mean, if she didn't, who would? I can't take care of myself sometimes.
I've seen you on some of your investigations, Fluffster.
That's like Richard from getting his ass ripped by a chupacabra because he got
What was that one abandoned building that you went to with what was
it? The slaughterhouse that I did with PLE on?
Yeah, the slaughterhouse, yeah.
Yeah,
That was great.
They
That was
remind
great,
you there's
by the way.
a fucking 10-foot drop right there. If you don't pay attention, you're gonna fall to the ground.
Yeah.
And he's just like wandering around like that.
And then I seen a homeless dude towards the end and freaked out because I didn't know what the hell it was, pushing a sharpen cart with stuff in it.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, see, that's the things that a lot of people don't understand about other fields, like other
serious stuff, especially with exploring like what PLE does. You think you're just going to an abandoned place, you'll find squatters, you'll find somebody trying to harm you or chase you down or something.
Right. And that's what I'm saying, that's why I'm having everybody up here. I'm having everybody, because everybody up here has had experiences. Everybody up here, has their gear, has everything that they need for it. But the majority of people that, do this stuff, that do paranormal investigations, that do cryptid hunting, that does urbex, they only carry, their camera gear, and they think they're invincible, you know, until something really happens.
But
Yeah, that's actually true, Matt, because you know what?
Yeah.
You don't know
yeah,
experience until you actually seen it, and you don't
Right.
know it until you actually saw it.
Jen just said a good point. Dude, Jen just made a good point. The gear and the equipment that I had before when I was back in Mass compared to California is way different.
Oh yeah, and
You know, Matt, I can tell you things that would scare the crap out of you because, you know, most people don't have a perception of the actual interdimensional universes, and they don't see
yeah,
things like I do.
Just wait till
Okay.
Matt sees me with my shirt off. He'll get.
Well, whatever. You want to see my shirt off? I got some pretty hot tits. Well, whatever. But I'm telling you right now that you have never seen what I've seen because the
right.
things crawl the wall. I've seen worms that are like 4 feet wide crawling across the wall. Okay, and you have no idea what those are. But this is an interdimensional thing, and I'm not going to get into heaven for you. But I'm telling you right now that I have seen things that you have never, ever, ever seen.
And see that's that like me. I've always been a cryptid hunter. I'm not. I don't really. It's not that I don't believe in aliens or anything, because I do believe in aliens. I do believe in other creatures, but I've only had like a handful experiences with other species,
Well,
and
I know. I learned a lot from Matt just watching his stuff because I've been getting more interested in learning and watching stuff on like, of course, Bigfoot because I'm still a skeptic on that.
right.
Yeah, Terrell's daughters love your channel. Like the survival stuff, they love that.
There is a blue planet, gas planet, that actually has beings that actually float in the atmosphere that you can actually talk to if you know how to do that. And if you can remote view and travel with them, you can talk to them. I have done that.
Nice.
And they are scared of us because we're so violent and evil.
Well, that's understandable, and because we are, but you're, but Jen's daughters love my channel. Thank you. Tell them I said hi.
Oh, I'm serious. They're scared of us. They're scared of us.
Yeah, my daughters love watching your survival stuff. So
Yay! Thank you, Jen.
They saw what we did to Mars centuries ago, and they were scared. Okay,
Right.
I'm not kidding. We wasted Mars.
Oh, I could understand that. Yeah.
No, you don't understand. Mars was the original planet we came from, and they wasted it.
Well, shit. That sucks.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm telling you the truth.
That. Now that you say that, with all the pre-buildings, pre-structures, like dilapidated structure, like buildings on Mars and everything, that's
Well, the same
kind of,
here. The same
yeah.
here. If you look at it, a lot of the buildings and structures we have are not from our timeline. Okay.
Is that a horn?
Right. That it's my message is going off.
You look at all the structures that were built here and now today that are present, and they were not here before, supposedly when we were here. Okay, look at
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I know. I
If we
We're
were on
fed.
Mars, when did we leave there? How long ago?
About 375,000 years ago. Yeah. And if you look at the fossil records of Lucy, you can also see modern human prints that are actually there, that actually are 3.25 million years ago. And that was actually when modern humans walked the earth. So you tell me. It's a
well, hi,
mystery.
Sarah.
What?
Sarah.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, Sarah.
Oh, hey, what's up? How are you, Matt?
I'm good. How about you? Is that
I'm
Paulo or Pickles?
Somebody's parrot
No,
is
that's Lefty yelling in the
making
kitchen.
noise.
That's just
Yep.
Lefty yelling in the kitchen. That's all.
Ah.
Which is right behind me.
Hey, Ryan. How are you doing? Do you want to get up here, Ryan? And since you're another cryptozoologist, a cryptid hunter, do you want to talk about what you carry in your bag, sir? Hold on. Let me send the link again. But y'all continue on. Y'all continue on.
Well, okay, so I am a hunter. When I'm hunting
Yes.
for animals, I hunt for Bigfoot. But in my pack, I always have a gun, and I always have at least one MRE, a full MRE too, everything in it.
The 24-hour one.
Yep. An MRE will feed you for like really good for 3 days.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, if you know how to ration it. But that's the
Mhm.
bad thing, Sonny. Most people don't know how to ration because of society today. You know?
Yeah. A ration too, guys, can be your last bite of a granola bar. You might be full and thinking, when you're hunting, leave this for the squirrels. Not unless you plan on eating the squirrel that's coming to get the rest of that granola bar. But yeah.
But in our case, Sonny, we are waiting for that squirrel to come.
Uh-huh.
Oh
I'll trade this much granola bar for a squirrel.
yeah. Oh yeah, I would too, brother.
Yep.
And that's one of the things, like, people don't understand how to when they're baiting traps like a deadfall trap or anything like that, they don't understand to put the granola bar in your mouth and chew it to where it becomes a mush and
Mhm.
smear it.
Actually, guys, I'm going to tell you one thing right now. Okay,
Yeah.
a live trap is the best thing to trap animals with that you want to eat. Okay, so a pig, wild boar over there in Texas or
Yep.
whatever, it's not going to work on a moose that's 15 feet tall, which I have around here. But
Right.
live trap is going to be the best way to trap anything you want to eat.
Here's the thing. The reason me and Matt bring up small game like squirrels, anything small like that, if you're trading a little bit of your food, especially if you chew it up, like Matt said, you're getting some nutrients out of it before you use it for
Yep.
bait. And then you're not exerting hardly any energy whatsoever to field dress that squirrel, as you will be doing a deer or a pig. It's a lot of dragging and a lot of energy spent, but it's a lot of meat if you can get it. A squirrel's fast. You can usually within 30 minutes you should have a squirrel.
Oh, and tell you
And
right now,
yeah,
a
go ahead.
coyote's pretty common around here, a cougar. So there you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about 100 pounds of meat right there. Yeah.
Right. My favorite thing, Matt, is grouse. And the grouse in my mountains, we call them mountain chicken, because at nighttime when the sun goes down, you can literally walk up to these things in the tree and just grab them out of the tree. They don't even try to get away. They just That's another one that's easy to get, and it's better than chicken to me. It's actually that good. It's all white meat. It's really good.
Oh yeah, I've seen the Inuits in Alaska just walk up to bushes and just grab them. The grouse, just
Yeah, I don't have a lot of grouse here, Sonny, but I do have a lot of wild quail. And the quail just they run around here like 300, 400 piece. You can put them on a stick and barbecue them.
well, everybody say hello to my best friend and my one of my blood brothers, Ryan, aka Monster Radio.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
How's it going? Man?
What's up?
Just chilling out, man. So lazy Sunday night over here.
Yeah, quail is an easy thing for me around here because I can actually just pick them up and stick them on the barbecue. You know, they're a stick. You know, that's the easy thing for me. You know, some of you may have rabbits or whatever, but you need to think about your food source. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Hey,
know.
Sonny, you got your walking stick with you?
Hey, Taro. Hey, Cassie.
It's probably out here. Let me see.
Sonny has an awesome survival walking stick and a good story with it that he could tell you.
The rattlesnake that's on here.
Yep.
This guy right here. He tried to bite me, so I ate him.
Yeah, I used to collect rattlesnakes in the desert when I was a kid in Las Vegas. Okay, so I know.
Oh yeah.
That's how he was this big. He was an old one.
Wow.
Oh wow,
That's
a
his
good one.
rattle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good sized boy.
He was old. He was an
That's
old
all I
boy.
heard before he tried to get my ass.
One of my
Yeah. I've actually gone snake hunting when I was in Nevada, and I know. Okay.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, this is the stick.
one of
He bit this stick somewhere around here. There's pictures of it, and you can see in the pictures it looks like blood. You'll see two marks. Looks like
Yeah.
blood. That's his venom, and I think he was hitting the stick so hard it was making him
he
bleed.
did a big bite. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was a big rattlesnake. It was big, almost 6 feet long.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking. He likes the knife. The knife that's in here, the top of my walking stick. It's a big long stick.
You ever seen the moccasin over there in Georgia? I have one chase the kids. I had one chase the kids.
Yeah.
And you know what? That thing came across the yard, and I was just sitting there gardening, and I took my garden hoe and I chopped the set off and all that stuff. He was a big fat thing.
I ran. I when I backed away from this one after it struck the stick, it knocked itself silly when it hit the stick. It started looping in circles, and when it stopped, it came towards me. I kept the stick out in front of me. It bit the stick again, but not as hard. And then I moved out of its way, thinking it was just going to go by. And when I did, it turned for me. So I kept backing up and backing up. Finally, I'm backing up in this big circle, and I was going up this little. It's a rock actually. It's a big boulder where I'm parked by, and I'm walking up this thing, and it's just following me. It followed me in a big circle, and then when I turned around, I ran back for the truck. It followed me to the truck, but I had already jumped on the tire and grabbed the shovel. And when I got down, I was just swinging that shovel. It chased me, literally chased me. It was gonna bite me. There was nothing I could do to stop it. I mean, I guess I could have left, but where I was at is a real popular fishing spot. I was deer hunting, but at the time I was going fishing so I could get something to eat. And right there's a lot of people that fish there, and I just thought this one can't live. Like this one's gonna bite somebody and seriously hurt them because it's so big. And I've never seen a rattlesnake chase anybody before. I thought that was just like a myth. Like people would tell you that so you'd be scared of them, but they don't really chase you.
It's not a myth. I actually did The water moccasin actually was chasing children in my yard, and I actually took it down with the garden hoe and chopped its head off. I did.
A lot of the venomous snakes, they will chase. I mean, they don't. A lot of them, they will put up a defense first to protect their land. But if you are just as aggressive as they are, they're going to come at you. So, because it's the same thing as Sonny protecting his house. You're going to go out and protect your territory, right?
Yeah, I must have been like right on top of his den or something, like where I parked, because he was right when I got out of the truck. I walked around to the passenger side to let my dog out, and when I opened the door, that's when I heard the rattles. He was right there. I just didn't see him. He must have came out from under the truck or something, but it was behind the door. So the stick luckily was laying across the floorboard of my truck, and I slid that stick out. And when I put the stick between the door and him and me, I stuck it down real fast and jumped out of the way. And that's when he bit. That's when it all started. And I just shut my dog in the truck, and it was like he thought I hit him with that stick because it hurt him when he was pissed.
Oh yeah. Like one of my best friends and one of my good friends that I met here, he runs a survival channel and everything out in West Texas, and he got bit by a silent rattler, and it didn't give his defensive rattle or anything. It was just sitting there, and he was walking with his dog, and his dog tried to jump in front of him, but it wasn't fast enough, and hit him straight in the top of his shin, and he was in the hospital for 3 months. His whole entire leg, going all the way up his right side of the body, swelled up, and he took the rattlesnake venom antidote at the hospital. They gave him like 6 bottles of it, and he temporarily lost his sight for almost a year.
Damn.
And he had to go and get reconstructive surgery of his eyes and all this stuff.
Man,
I've actually been bitten by a rattlesnake twice, so
holy shit. The closest I've ever came was we all went pig hunting. Well, I say we all. There's like 6 of us guys that went pig hunting. We got lost, and so now it's dark, and we're still lost, trying to find our way back. There's only one flashlight, and the guy has it that's in the front, and we're all walking in a line, following each other, following the guy with the flashlight because we don't have one.
Right.
We went across the creek, and when I stepped across the creek, I stepped on a rattlesnake, and it was a little rattlesnake, and I can't see it, but I can hear it, and I can feel it biting my boot. Just whack.
Yep.
This is a whack. So I'm screaming at this dude, hey, no one run, because I'm standing on a rattlesnake, and it's little, and I don't know how many's around here, so bring the flashlight back. When I said I was standing on a rattlesnake, these dudes scattered. They all took off running.
There's usually a lot of rattlesnakes.
The guy comes back with the flashlight, Matt. When I stepped across the creek, I stepped right on top of this little bastard's head. So I was standing on his head, and the bites I was feeling, that was his tail flopping around and smacking my boot. It was. I was luckily standing on this little fucker's head. He was only like a foot long, maybe at the most. Yeah.
You know,
with no lights, I couldn't move. I was just stuck in one spot. I couldn't step away. I didn't know what to do.
Baby rattlesnakes are usually more potent than.
They say they don't know how much venom to release, so they release it all. They can't judge it yet, I guess.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. It's true. It's true.
So how'd you
I mean-
get bit? How'd you get bit by a rattlesnake, man?
Me?
Yep.
Yeah, I've been bit a couple times. I used to go out hunting lizards and stuff like that in the desert in Las Vegas. And I've been bit a few times.
Man, that's not. Yeah, that's something I avoid. I don't like those little bastards. I'm not scared of snakes, but I just don't like rattlesnakes. And hi, Carol. I see you now. I see you saying hi to me. Hi, Carol.
Well, I'm pretty adept to being poisoned by rattlesnakes and anything venomous, and
Have you
just like
rattlesnake?
just like the thing that's going around the cough,
I got
cough. I don't get sick.
I got bit in the butt cheek by a black widow, in the right butt cheek by a black widow. Didn't feel it. It didn't
I'm
hurt or
sorry.
anything. But the next day, my whole right leg was locked up like someone beat me with a bat. I couldn't even bend it at the knee. Like it was that.
Oh yeah.
It was like the muscles were just it hurt so bad. It was like one big Charlie horse from your ass cheek to your ankle. It hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's certain people that have abilities to, not actually be affected by things like this. Black widows, the bites from those, I do know those because I've been in Denver and stuff like that, and just really doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
They're here. There's one that lives up under my light right here where I'm at. Yeah. When it gets big enough, I take them. They get out of here. But right now, she eats the bugs. She's just a little baby. They're all over.
Yeah,
around
yeah,
the
I know, but a certain fact is that a lot of things that bug people, they're not going to bug people. So
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah. She doesn't mess with me as long as I don't mess with her.
Well, that's Charlotte's Web, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
So, anyways, Ryan. Oh, he's not back yet.
Nope, just getting back,
Wait.
Matt. What's up?
Okay, there you are. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm just kicking back, having some coffee, playing it lazy
Yeah.
tonight. Lazy Sunday night for Ryan. It's always a good thing.
What's up?
Right.
Hey, what's
So,
up, Fluffy?
What amazing things do you take with you on your adventures, sir?
Okay, well, I'm about to
And
shock
what do you
everybody.
do?
I'm going to shock everybody on panel right now. I actually don't bring any guns with me.
Right.
Neither do I.
Yeah, because I learned a long time ago that dogmen, that's what I specialize in, Matt. You know that they don't
Yes.
like guns. They don't like guns at all.
What is it you specialize in?
Dogman.
Dogman. Okay.
Yep. And they don't like guns at all. So if you have blades on you, that's always better.
Huh.
Mhm.
You know, I have the strangest feeling that that's the reason why I never get to see a Bigfoot is because I'm always carrying a gun.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That's a very popular theory, Sonny. They actually do believe that Bigfoot, Dogman, and other cryptids recognize what a gun is and what it's used for.
But how could they if they have that?
They actually hide in the forest and they just leave you, and they can disappear because they actually have that natural ability.
Well, to answer Fluffy's question, though, Fluffy, known animals like deer, they can recognize guns.
True.
Yep.
Well, I
And
get
so can bears. Like bears recognize what a gun is before they recognize the hunter. So when they see
Most-
a gun, they'll flee.
Gunpowder from far
Most
away.
deer,
Yep.
most deer actually are blind and they don't know and cannot see what you see. But like the Sasquatch you're talking about, they can see that and they can actually disappear in the forest. And I know that for a fact because I spent like 2.5 days with the Sasquatch in the forest, and I lived with the family like that for that many days.
Interesting.
Just so you know that.
Okay.
No, I'm serious. I'm not kidding.
Oh, I know you're serious. I'm listening.
And the alpha male was very cool, and I sat down and I just watched them do their things, and they're not much different than humans in that respect. Okay,
Mhm.
so you need to understand that they're really just protecting their families.
I think that's only some of them, though. I think when you lump them all in one same category, you're kind of doing an injustice.
No, it's not true. They actually just protect their families like any
All right. Well, if that's
person would do.
true, my flock, how do you explain the tales of the
No,
Genoa
it's dropped. It's
Did you know
dropped.
it's-
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I went up to UNS and Uintas in Utah, where they actually exist, and I saw them, and I lived with them for like 2.5 days.
Okay,
I
but
know.
that's an individual experience. That's not all experiences. And I think to say that your experience covers them all is not wise to do.
Right.
Well,
That's
there's other. I'm not going to say anymore.
I got a feeling they'd eat me if they had a chance.
Well, you know, it's funny.
They
There
don't
are
look
They're
good.
not-
You're so tasty.
They don't eat meat. They don't eat meat, by the way.
Oh, I
Who
think
doesn't?
they eat deer meat.
They don't eat meat. I'm
Who-
telling you that the
who-
Sasquatch don't eat meat. They don't. They don't at all.
they've been seen killing deer, though.
Everyone kills deer. What are you talking about?
Yeah, everyone does.
Like
I
car,
killed
car?
deer.
Whether it's
Yeah.
human,
They're generally vegetarians, and I'm telling you that. Okay.
But I mean, who's to say that don't eat meat? Like,
They like fish. They like fish.
that's a form.
Salmon.
that's a form of meat, though.
Is it fish meat?
Yeah,
Well,
it is.
You'll have
They
to
don't like.
excuse me
They
if
don't
I
like to
seem
eat people
skeptical.
like you
I
and me. Okay.
I don't believe there's any experts on Sasquatch at all.
Right.
So when you
Right.
say something is
Have you ever?
factual,
Have you ever been with them?
I've seen cryptids in general. Yes, I haven't
you
lived with.
You seen. Have you
Right.
ever been with them?
And
No.
Okay.
Ryan's seen Matt. That's a,
Have you ever been with
Yes.
them? Okay.
and
I'm
Matt,
gonna bullshit you on this one because have you ever been with them? Okay. Have you ever
No,
been
but I
with-
mean, I
Okay,
have
so
to
you
say-
don't know. You don't know.
To be rude about it, okay? There's no experts here. I'm sorry.
But
Yeah, you keep cutting me off, my flock, and I would advise you to stop quickly. You're being very disrespectful.
Oh no, that
hold
wasn't my
on,
flock.
hold on. I'm having
That-
problems. Hold
that-
on, I'm having problems.
Yeah, that wasn't my flock. I think that was
Hold
Drop that was cutting you off, man.
You know-
Yeah. Flock didn't do anything.
Yeah,
Flock's bird was going off.
yeah.
Jen and Jen just said she didn't mean to jump into anything.
But that's
but
rude on anybody's.
You're good.
I don't tolerate that. I think everybody here had a valuable opinion. We value the other opinion. He could give the same respect. That's just, my opinion. If I'm
Mhm.
wrong,
I agree.
Okay. So I don't know what's going on with my thing.
Oh,
Hold on, I
gotta
need
see
to switch my
Wait, Matt,
laptop.
I got to mute myself real quick. I got somebody at my door, which is really weird. Hang on.
oh, shit.
Okay.
He's got a visitor.
What do you think, Matt?
Anyways,
You've seen a Bigfoot? Would you be scared of it? I would definitely be scared if it looks anything like people are explaining or describing. I would be a little scared.
when I was 16, I saw type 2. And I'll tell you one thing, and that's the Neanderthal type.
Whew,
And
I'm back.
Welcome back.
hey, welcome back.
That was
and-
weird. That was the cops.
Oh, lovely. What are they looking for?
Somebody's setting off fireworks, and for some reason they thought it was me. That's very odd.
Wow.
I'm
Damn
like,
troublemaker, Ryan. You're a troublemaker.
yeah, I'm setting them off inside my apartment, my studio apartment.
Ryan's having fun without us, and it's just setting out fireworks left and
Yeah.
right.
You know
You're
what?
not rude.
I
Toro.
wouldn't do
You're
that,
not
dude. My
rude,
dog is
sis.
terrified of fireworks, so it's like I have no idea what you're talking about, officer. I just felt so stupid. Interesting though. He's like, yeah, are you letting off fireworks? And I'm looking around like, where?
Yes, I'm throwing them out the bathroom window.
Yeah, he thought I was
Don't
being
you
a
just love when they ask you stupid questions like that and you can't say no, you dumbass? Just
Yeah, I
look
mean,
like I'm
he was
lighting
kind
off
of
fireworks.
he was kind of being a dick about it. He asked me to step outside, and he's like, "Are you lighting off
Oh hell
fireworks?"
no!
And I just look in my apartment, and I'm like, "Where would I be setting them off at, though?" And he's like, "Over here, over here." I'm like, "No, I don't live over there, dude."
I would have been like, yes, I was,
You
but
should have told him to come inside and talk about cryptids with us.
Yeah.
You know, I know that cop. He's kind of a dick, so I was like, "No, no, I'm just gonna be done with you, good sir, and I'm gonna go back to my coffee. Bye bye."
no,
Bring
fuck.
him bring him some coffee and get him, some donuts and sit him down and we will discuss.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Give him some of my coffee? No,
Yeah, some of that coffee.
I'm not a charitable guy. Sometimes when it comes to my coffee, Matt.
I know, Ryan.
I'll share coffee as if anybody is into Hostess, Ding Dong, Twinkie, or
You ain't sharing anything, Mr. Rona.
if somebody has a Keurig, I can give somebody a couple K-cups. I'm not
You
gonna.
know what? If anyone has a Keurig, I got a ton. And if you like snowball cupcakes, I have a ton of coffee to send you because I can't stand the stuff.
Oh, I actually have one of those.
It's legit snowball K-cup
Like Hostess snowballs,
coffee.
but it's in the K-cup, like the flavoring, and it's the one
That's
that
too sweet.
Yeah,
I gotta have it
wow.
black.
Well, I'll send.
I got
send addresses because for legit, either that or I'm gonna have to get rid of it somehow. We're not drinking it.
Oh, Jesus. You know what, Matt? I'm
No.
gonna have to jump down real quick. I'm getting a phone call now. I knew it. That's my landlord.
It's
All
your
right, brother.
firework. It's your firework dealer.
No problem, Ryan.
Security camera.
Take it easy.
You take care, brother. You
All
take
right,
care.
man.
If you
Wow.
need to get back on, I'll try to send you the link.
All right, man. I'm gonna try to tell my landlord I have no idea what's going on. But okay.
All right, brother.
All right, bye.
See you in a little bit. Bye.
So Matt, you want
Anyway,
snowball coffee? I
no,
know
I'm good, Fluffy. I'm good, brother.
What'd you say, Fluffy? What'd you call it?
No,
Yeah.
it's
Who
legit.
wants
It's
to give you a snowball in your coffee?
shut up.
That's what I
Yeah.
heard was snowball coffee.
Of course, it's Sunny.
That's what
That's
everybody
what gets
wanted
him.
to hear.
That's what gets him going.
Sounds like coffee with a protein shot.
Heavy whipping cream.
Don't get me started on it.
Oh no, we're getting that fired up. We're gonna ruin his show.
I'm trying to be 100%, normal tonight.
How can we?
Stay on topic.
How can we be normal, Matt?
I'll ask you a serious question, Matt.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you know how if you kill a bear, you really
Yeah.
gotta cook the shit out of the meat before you eat it. So there's a big chance you could get sick before you eat the bear
Yes.
meat. Okay, or when you eat the bear meat.
Yes,
with
sir.
deer.
Welcome back,
Like
Fox.
this is no joke. When I kill a deer, and the first thing when we gut it, I take the liver out. And as long as I haven't gut shot the deer or anything, I take the
Yeah.
liver out and I eat a little bit. I'll eat a lot of it. I try to eat just a couple bites, but it's usually I could eat that whole liver raw straight out of the deer. And people
Yes,
think it's
sir.
gross. Like you see it on TV. Like when I seen it on TV, I was like, ugh, there's no way.
Right.
Dude, there's no way.
Well, I
And
mean,
then I tried it. And it
Right.
is the best tasting thing you've like ever ate. And it seems gross, but it's just the taste will overpower that grossness to you. It's that good.
Oh,
And
in
I
regards,
don't eat a lot. I try not to eat a lot of it because I'm scared I'll get sick. Can you
Yeah.
get sick
Yeah.
from eating their liver uncooked like that?
well, in regards to like liver and stuff like that, I've had stuff that I never thought I would like to. Got me try it at what was it? Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
What was
You've
it?
eaten beef belly.
Beef belly. Yeah. What else?
That's
was it?
just like beef.
Tongue. Was
Wait,
it
tongue.
tongue? Yeah. I never had it before until I had.
Lingua.
He brought me to a restaurant that's in like Arizona. It's Korean barbecue, and
Oh yeah.
Lex
And-
didn't eat a lot of things outside of a McDonald's menu.
well, hold on now. That's okay. I know
Yeah,
I know
that's
I'm big and all, but no, she's right. Before I got with her, I didn't really like to try a whole lot of different things, she's got me to like the certain things that I never liked before, that I wouldn't dare touching.
Damn it, throw a bluebird at Chad's window.
We need to throw a bluebird at my flock's bird back there squeaking. What kind of bird is that, my flock?
That is a bear-eyed cockatoo from Australia.
Oh.
Yeah,
Story's
the
so
kitchen are the two bear-eyed cockatoos. In
That's
my bedroom
familiar.
are the medium silver cockatoos, and the conure, Paulo from he's a little Brazilian bird, and then my Mexican redhead.
Matt's familiar with that breed. He told me before he's seen a cockatoo.
Yeah, my friend bird is the one that took the crap out of my face, and I went to the hospital, but they didn't do anything with it. Yeah, he's my big.
Start with me.
Fred's the biggest cock in the house,
He's like 12 years old over here.
Matt,
We don't have Big Willie and his little car to deliver my deluxe boxes tonight
Well, buddy.
because every night there has to be a special delivery of Matt's deluxe box of limp cocks.
oh my god.
Got him on Prime and Amazon.
Yeah, right on Amazon Prime and Amazon. If you use second star 111, I'm trying to copy Amy.
No, guys,
it's my
if you
flock
go
111.
if you go to Amazon Prime and you search Paranormal Chop Shop,
Yeah,
I will come up on Amazon Prime and you can go click on it and it comes up as me as an author.
Wow.
I'm an author and you can view all the shows there for free. The ones I've downloaded so far.
that's great.
And
That's awesome.
same with the Chad Smith podcast. If you go look it up on Amazon, it comes up. He's an author.
Nice.
He's an author.
He's an author.
You're sitting right beside Stephen King now.
That's right. That's right.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss is more like it. Dr. Seuss is more like it, guys.
Oh my god.
You're making me want some green ham and eggs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Damn.
good job.
Yeah, green spam and eggs.
Fucking-
Oh no.
Yeah, I'll eat the Rocky Mountain oysters. I'll eat all that stuff. I don't care. Just meat, I'll eat meat.
That's one thing I did. I'm like Matt. I didn't try too many different kinds of foods before I met my wife and
Yeah.
her family. They took me to this one restaurant the first time, and it's called McClintock's. It's here in Pismo, California. I thought it was a joke. They ordered turkey nuts, and then when they brought the turkey nuts to the table, set them down in front of me. They looked like fried gizzards, and so I asked the waitress. I was like, "Hey, what are the turkey nuts?" And she looks at me and she goes, "What the fuck do you mean? What are the turkey nuts? Those are turkey nuts. They're deep fried." And I was like, "Yeah, I am not eating a deep fried turkey's nut, dude. There's no way, guys.
More for me
Some
then.
of the best damn things you've ever had. They're better than chicken gizzards. They're better than fried gizzards."
And then my flush is yummy.
Yes.
It tasted good,
Stop, Mary.
I mean, if you don't have your mouth full of nuts during, fall and winter,
Yeah,
something's
I'll
wrong
eat
with
any
you.
meat.
I've never tried mountain oysters in my flock. I've never ate bull balls before.
Oh, they're so
I
good.
Bull balls.
I've had uterus too. I've had it all, man. Eyeballs,
Yeah.
tongue, you
They
name
kick
it, brain.
too hard.
I'll eat it.
I've had pig brains and gravy.
I don't eat gravy. I'll just eat the brains. It's fine.
I've had
Yeah,
cow brains and cow tongue, lingua.
It's all good stuff too.
That's what we call it, Fluffy. We call it lingua. We eat lingua
I've had
tacos.
kangaroo.
Well, I don't, but I don't like it.
I love it.
Listen, if it's meat, I'll eat it. Anything else? Okay, maybe fruit, but vegetables,
Interesting.
then-
meat, heck yeah.
Fried-
I'm gonna try to send an SOS to Chad. I'll be
I don't know where he's at. He might be.
Chad is Chad.
Chad's pouring himself on 3rd Street.
I did drop the link in my in on Facebook to my group page.
Well, let me throw a blue bird at him. Let me throw a
Alright.
blue bird with a
Alright.
brick.
You probably should put a box of limp cocks.
Throw a couple cockatoos.
I will throw. I'll
Cockatoo at
I'll
his
throw a
window.
double
Look
cock
at that
at
thing
him.
squawking on there.
Oh, flocking house. Just throw them all at him.
My aunt had one of those birds, and a long time ago in the 80s, guys, the Best Foods mayonnaise commercial. It was bring out the best foods and bring out the best. You remember that? They would sing that in the commercial.
Yes.
This
Yes.
bird would whistle that shit constantly. Just constantly
have
would
headphones
not
on.
shut up. It got that song from hearing it on the commercial, and it just whistled it over and over and over. It never would stop. So now I hate mayonnaise.
Mayo monkey or not, huh? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Can we please be done with the kitchen anytime soon, for heaven's sakes?
She had two that she just got rid of. One of them, it didn't like people. The other one, I would walk into her house and it would squawk just like that until I would go over and pet it and play with it.
You all heard the story of how I got my death threat from a bird, right?
No.
Cassie, you're getting a special delivery at your window. You better go
Uh-oh.
check it. Okay.
Mm.
There's a blue bird with a brick sitting on your window.
That's what's making that screaming noise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't run.
but Lefty's on a bluebird. Sorry.
Oh. What color is it? Is it gray?
No, it's white and like a little bit of peach.
Oh, okay.
Don't you know what a barred cockatoo is?
Not
See
a
if these
bear
things
cockatoo.
work.
Do we have any Aussies out here that can school you? I'm just kidding.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
We'll have
no, barred cockatoos and cockatoos in general are Australian. So
okay. They're not
So
big,
are,
big, right? They're
like
just a
cockatiels?
medium-sized bird. They're not like a big-ass parrot, right?
they're medium sized, but
Okay. Yeah,
like
that's
Fred
what I
is a medium sulfur-crest cockatoo. They have greater ones, so they're
Right,
even bigger.
Janet? I only delivered the big packages to Cassie.
Well, I'm going to tell you that Fred's the biggest package you're going to deliver anytime soon. He's the biggest cock around.
It's an extra large cockadoodle box.
Based.
So
Doesn't
anyway,
snowballs.
Oh my God.
there is a way to cover a box in snowballs. It just has to take me a few extra hours, but it will be covered.
Matt's an overachiever.
Mhm.
Yeah, Matt,
copy
you know
this
a lot of
link.
those packages. What is that, Matt?
He just likes packing things.
I
but they-
do
and never
love
said it again?
packing things.
So he loves to pack things and never send them. Oh, okay, cool.
Hey, you don't fulfill a delivery.
Janet, I will give you a special deluxe package, shiny and sparkly, and I will bedazzle it for you for free with my Star Duster.
The only thing that
Too
was
bad Dad's not here.
the delivery Matt takes more than 3 weeks. It's not FedEx. It's not UPS. It's
Oh, he's still
Right.
now.
DHL.
Especially if we're using like Big Willie's little car.
He's in Western Union,
Yes,
dude.
Western.
Horses and donkeys. Still waiting for that letter from 1973. Shit.
They got Publisher Clearinghouse checks from 1901.
Yeah,
Oh,
along
my.
with that CD Club of the Month shit that I still owe on from 1972.
Right?
Matt, I think you're supposed to read chat.
Oh, Emma? Oh, no. I never read chat. I hardly ever do. I let them
I
just.
just can't read, so it's up to
crazy
you.
stuff. What? Hi, Oz. How you doing, brother?
Is all going to come up?
We will. I think Cassie's supposed to come up here because Cassie's the one that wants to learn about this stuff. Oh, there's a boop. There's a boop. There's a boop. And a
Yeah, there's
cat.
a Cass.
Hey, Cass.
Hey guys.
Cassie.
Hey, Cass.
Hi,
Cass. How are
guys.
you?
Cockatoo.
Cassie, you know what I'm going to do for you and Deanna?
What?
I'm going to make you and her a special survival kit. I'm going to make you and her, both of y'all, a survival kit.
Oh God.
Go up and deliver my.
It's in your
I love
ass.
that.
I will deliver it also in a cock-a-doodle-doo costume. There used to be a
That's so
commercial
fun.
back in Chattanooga, and it was Big Ed's used cars, and it was going on from like 1975 to like 1992, and he had a mascot of a giant chicken, and it was this dude.
It was
I
me.
think he was like a crackhead. No, he was like a crackhead, okay? And he's like, I got it. Come on and see me, brother. I got it. And he's like doing a little dance. It's like
Oh my.
Okay, that wasn't me.
the boy was on something.
Dollars legit.
But Cassie, what would you like to learn from this panel that's up here?
I need to learn more about how to be prepared, and
Like it more than just going out, or like
yeah.
okay,
Like really prepared. If shit goes down,
yeah, because California is one of the worst places to be if the grid goes.
It's not. It's
I
the
know,
best place in the
right?
world. Thing. What are you talking about?
You gotta have
The
food.
weed. That's all you need.
You gotta have,
And there's
food that don't go
pig
bad.
skins.
right
These are foreskins.
Oh God.
foreskins. They're pork
Absolutely the
foreskins.
worst story in the world. Oh God. Ugh.
But here's the thing: I got 4 people from California up here, and one of the major things that's going to go wrong with California is the majority of the water is recycled gray water.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
So
say that.
even Lake Mead itself, that is literally the state next to you, has dropped over 50 meters since 2019, and the natural resources in the desert areas is literally drying up right now. And what you're going to need to do is you're going to get water filters. You're going to have to get water filters. You're going to have to get purification tablets. And I'm talking about a lot of it, because just like California, New York, places, cities that are very contaminated with humans and a lot of big businesses and stuff like that, you have a majority of acid rain.
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Massachusetts. Great. They're Missouri. They're Missouri.
But the real thing about California is the
I'm
water.
here.
The water sources. When it comes to anything else, there is a lot of like solar powered generators now. And since you're in California, the sunny state, that is going to be
There's
a
absolutely
major
no sun here. What are you talking about?
no sun at all, right?
No. I don't even have a skylight in my roof here. It's Bixby all day. No, not here. No, absolutely not. I think you're
Really?
lying, Matt. What?
Really?
I'm sorry,
They
what?
call California the sunny state for a reason.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yeah,
No, that's weird.
but
Go on, Matt.
always get a, because a majority of the solar power generators and everything, you can get 4 to 5 solar generators for the cost of one high powered diesel or gasoline powered generator. And the good thing about like the 40,000 watt solar generators is you can plug them up into multiple different areas of your house. And instead of having one that's just automatically connected to your power source to run your whole entire house, you can have pinpoint power to any room that you need. Other than that, California has a majority of, I don't know if your Army, Navy surplus stores are running out of American surplus like Texas is, but you need to stock up on a lot of military surplus, rucksacks, butt packs, stuff like that. And also your gear you're going to need. Don't run out and buy a ferrocerium rod if you don't know how to use a ferrocerium rod. That's one of the skills that a lot of people don't know how to use. But if you are going to get a ferrocerium rod, I know one person that's a really good close friend to me, and you could go to his Etsy page, and his name is Nathan4071, and he has what's called Dragonfire ferrocerium rods, and they're over 8,000 degrees Fahrenheit on one strike, and his ferrocerium rods will literally catch anything on fire with one strike, unlike these Swiss ferro rods and stuff like that. And the good thing about ferrocerium rods is one rod can give you over 10,000 plus strikes, but it's not instant flame like a regular lighter or anything is. So always keep lighters at your backup. Even if you don't smoke or anything, keep a lighter on you when you go out to a place, because it's easier striking a lighter and making a fire than it is trying to use skills when you're scared and in an emergency. You know what I mean? But I could keep on going. It just depends on. I don't know California's laws with knives or anything. Sonny.
Knives?
Yeah. What is the blade length law?
They usually say the palm of your hand when the blade. Yeah.
Okay.
They don't want you to have, like, you can carry a knife open on your belt, a big hunting knife, but you can't conceal that knife. You can't have that tucked away in your pants.
Okay. So because it's different in so many different states. Like here in Texas, I could carry a broadsword on my back if I wanted to, and nobody would say anything. Like,
that's a good thing you said that, Sonny, because I wasn't sure either. Because I carry pocket knives with me daily when I go to work, but I know it's different than when I was in Massachusetts. The laws for how big you can have a pocket knife. Or
when my oldest went to college, she was allowed to have a blade up to 4 inches, and I think that's still legal.
Yeah.
4 inches.
Yeah, that's what I mean by like that's my pocket knife. This is.
Yeah.
And if you lay it in the palm of my hand, it's not It's not that big. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. That's a good way to check because
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the 4-finger rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not
See
as big,
here I can carry my 18-inch Bowie knife on my side anywhere if I wanted
Yeah.
to, openly.
yeah. Wasn't it in Texas that said you can carry like an actual sword, like a
Yep.
Unless it's a religious, we do have religious exemptions here because my
Right.
father, my late father was Sikh, and he could carry his ceremonial sword, which is up to 24 inches. So he could carry that in public as long as it was not concealed and as long as it was in its holster. So there are religious exemptions.
Okay. See, because every state's different. Like New York City, you can't have a locking quick
Yeah.
draw blade.
Yeah.
You can't have a blade that's over 3 inches.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah. They're huge on their laws over there, especially with the guns too. Especially nowadays, especially them. I know Connecticut's one, Massachusetts is another.
Right now, everybody's so up in the air about control of weaponry. Let's just call it that.
Yeah.
That we never know what's gonna change.
Yeah.
So.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's the thing our government doesn't understand. A knife is not a weapon. It's a tool. It's always been a tool for survival. It's only the human mindset that makes it a weapon, because
Sharp
literally,
enough, that's a weapon, if you want to call it like that.
right. But every kid goes to school with 4 or 5 pencils in their pocket or pens.
Scissors, yeah.
And I mean, even a protractor is considered a deadly weapon, a metal one.
What's a protractor?
You can use that. Yeah, definitely, buddy.
What is up, PLE?
What up, Master Bro?
There's a weirdo in the chat. Don't listen to a damn word he has to say.
There's a masked that.
What's going on, PLE?
Rona, get over here so I can cough on you, PLE.
The Phantom of the Opera has appeared, everybody.
Hey, PLE's awesome. We just had him on the show Friday.
Oh, we've known PLE when he was a newborn infant on here. What's up, Fluffy?
Hey, I want to say thanks to PLE because he, since me and him have met, we've always been there for each other, and he decided to give me one of his original masks.
That's frightening.
Jen, Fluffy's gonna wear that mask and sit in the corner of your room, and when you turn the light on, you're just gonna see his.
Oh gosh!
Just put it on after she falls asleep, and then sleep with it on. And wait for her to wake up.
Yeah, he's there all by himself too.
PLE to get that off my face.
Oh, jeez.
We got a fat PLE.
Hold on. I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Hi, Simon.
PLE. You boys and girls talk with each other for a second. I'm trying to find find a masked bandit.
Oh yeah, of course you are. Whatever that means. Good job.
Hey, what's up, Simon? I see Simon over there in the chat.
What's up, Simon?
Elvis, send me a message on Twitter. Throw me a bluebird.
Throw him a blue ball.
Yeah, throw me a blue ball. So I can grasp it firmly.
That's hot.
Make a snowball.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh, Jeanette said Sonny ignoring her.
Sonny had a bunch of
Oh, I
beer.
wasn't. I didn't see what's up.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
That's what she
How's it going?
These ladies want their Sunny's high. Sunny high.
I know, right?
Hi, girls. Hi, girls.
I'm a high
Hi,
girl too.
ladies.
Up, dog face.
Hi, Simon.
Okay.
Hmm.
Did Fluffster?
Yeah.
Send PLE the gold the Willy Wonka gold membership.
Gotcha.
Thank you, sir.
Do you want it expedited or do you want it regular?
Do it with like wish.com standards of shipping, like 5 months. I'm still waiting on a hammock from Wish.
See ya, Oz.
Oh, jeez.
Never
Ooh, that sounds
ordered
good,
from
Oz.
Jen says me laughing like this with COVID is hilarious.
What's up, dog brother? I just now saw you. Armadillo, come here.
Where? Armadillo, where?
I got a little black juvenile armadillo that's running around in my yard, and I hear him.
Sure hope you don't get leprosy.
Leprosy.
Oh, that's just a myth.
Oh yeah. So are you.
I know.
The meth, the legit, the Matt.
Yeah, that's it. And when I was sitting on my porch last night, and I was out here smoking, and I was looking out in the yard, and all of a sudden something caught my peripheral vision, and a juvenile raccoon was like sticking its head up over my porch, staring at me with a cocked head, like I was interrupting his beauty sleep, and it just stared at me for like 2 seconds, and it like dropped its head, like it raised its head up like this, and cocked its head. Then it just like and I was like, "What the hell?" Yeah, I was like, "What are you doing, little buddy? What you doing?" And it just like,
He wanted to have a smoke with you.
oh yeah, no, he was acting like I was disturbing him, like
Matt was in his territory.
yeah, like when you're outside of a store and you're smoking, and those people that walk by you and cough as loud as they can, it was kind of like that kind of vibe that the raccoon gave me. Like,
Them raccoons can be vicious as hell.
oh no, you just grab it by the nape of the neck and just like throw it.
Grab it by his fat and throw it.
Yeah, you just grab it by the fat. And that's why they call it love handle.
Simon.
Love hand bike
Oh
handle.
my god. So, Cass, are you learning a whole bunch right now? Are you taking notes? There's gonna be a test after class.
Right? Learning a lot.
That's his learning.
Yes, me too.
Pay attention. After the show, Matt's going to drop you off in the woods somewhere, and you're going to have to find your way home.
No.
We're going to
Gosh.
take you snipe hunting, Cassie. Snipe hunting. We're going to take you snipe hunting, girl. You know what snipe hunting is, Cassie?
No.
Nobody ever played snipe hunting with you? Oh,
No.
Cassie, it's going to be so much fun. What we do is take you out into the woods, we blindfold you and give you a burlap sack, and you have to sit at the base of a tree.
I think this is called
And
kidnapping.
no, it's not, because she's free. She's just
Ah,
blindfolded.
yes. She's free to be
And-
blindfolded in an unfamiliar area. Not kidnapping. Got it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're free, but you're blindfolded and handcuffed to a tree.
Yes.
You can't go nowhere.
Whoa.
Oh.
Who's handcuffing who to the tree and doing what?
I don't know. I've never snipe hunted like he's talking about.
Dang. That's some nubhub.com type stuff.
See, here's the thing. See, this is the Tennessee version of snipe hunting.
Oh. Okay. So it's not
So
And
the inbred version. Okay, we got it.
it's not the
yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. You take your cousins out back
Oh,
and you show them your wet noodle.
You ask
Okay,
them any
then.
cockatoo do they want.
And that's why I'm in California, so we don't do that.
Oh, trust me. Texas thought that they didn't have Tennesseans either until the
Isn't it in Texas?
Alamo.
Isn't it in Texas you can marry your dad or something like that? Something the law says you can do that. Some weird thing like that.
In Laredo, you can marry anybody because the population's so low.
Wow.
Well, yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
gross too.
Yeah. Like pretty much, old people, like middle-aged people sit
I could marry
around
them
and
till they
wait until
die
people
next
get
day. What?
pregnant.
I
No,
think she's talking
Oh.
about like maybe West Virginia.
yeah,
Type,
the Appalachian Mountains.
That's,
Yeah, boy.
that's actually the scariest thing you can see in the mountains. It's not a Bigfoot or a big old grizzly bear. It's a hillbilly with a banjo in the middle of nowhere.
In a tree.
So it's
And
Matt,
it's perfectly tuned.
Matt
Well-
with a band. So it's,
Hey, I got a banjo out in my car.
oh,
So-
Well, then that says a lot about you, Matt.
he stops while he's at work, takes his break, and he plays his banjo.
I do.
Yeah.
I do sometimes. And I,
Well, you gotta have skills
I
to play
got a
it, but
parking garage.
you know.
Well, I got a parking garage, so it gives the best acoustic sound.
Oh,
So when I
nice.
sit there and I pick the banjo a couple of times, it just echoes around. But a bam, 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 bam,
Well,
bam.
guess I'll be going to my car.
Oh yeah, it would. I don't go anywhere without my banjo.
It can be used as a fun instrument, or it can be used as a weapon if need be.
Both.
But as an instrument, it is a weapon. What are you talking about? You hear it go, oh no, I gotta go. It's bad. What are you saying?
And and if you lube it up enough, it could be used
Oh.
as an afternoon delight too.
Is that before or after your water enema?
Oh, it's not an enema. It's not an enema.
I said that
After the
before or
second
after your water enema.
I said the bottle, the anal purification of water is not an enema after the second time because you're not eating enough to take a crap. So
Well, then I
your
won't do it the
body
second time.
will
then.
absorb.
Well, I sure am learning a lot tonight. I'll tell you that.
Oh, are you?
Yes. Yeah. I think Cass
Has
test is fine.
that past life ever showed up yet? I mean, he's like, where's Waldo?
I agree with you, Janet. Yeah, we should definitely. We should do that every night, actually.
I can't type in chat, Jeanette.
Right.
Well, I'm on my tablet, and I'm on my cell phone at the same time.
Nice.
Because the tablet has a headphone jack and my cell phone does not, because modern somehow makes difference. So there you go.
Oh yeah.
I know how to use StreamYards. Yay.
So yeah, Cassie, what is your favorite color and Deanna's favorite color?
Black and black.
Black and black. That's it. You don't
Mhm.
you don't have any other like, fuchsia colors or anything? Because I've got some weird paracord colors that I picked up at a at a flea market that's like fuchsia and teal and yeah.
We're not
Damn it.
picky. We're not
Okay.
picky at all.
Okay. I'll make the bag black for you.
I'm so excited. Thank you, Matt.
Yes. You're welcome, sis. I will make, and I'll I'll even put some of my homemade jerky in it, some venison jerky for you and Deanna.
You got Sonny's attention.
Yeah.
He perked right up.
You want some venison and
He was busy doing something. His face turned around.
he popped back into the camera like what?
Like, yeah.
Like it.
I've been kicked out of the mountains the last 2 years. I haven't been able to kill a deer.
Oh really? See, that's the good thing
Those
about
deer.
Jeanette
that's
said
the
he
good thing.
I'll be right back.
your special sauce.
Hey, I put my own homemade special rub into this meat.
I just saw that.
But I always put good seasonings while I'm rubbing and tenderizing the meat.
Aw. It's special live.
I actually just put 3 Axis deers in the freezer the other night.
Oh, good. So I'll get meat soon. You're saying?
Yes.
What's Sonny?
Oh, nice. Based.
Matt, have you ever heard of a monkey fist knot?
Yes.
Okay. This is that paracord you're talking. This actually used to be purple and pink, but it's old one.
Yep.
Packed with it. It's
Got that ball bearing in it too.
There's a ball bearing in there, and then it's the monkey fist knot.
Oh
Yep.
wow.
And yeah, this is basically like a billy club. You need to knock
Yes.
someone right out. That's what you need to make Cass. If you know how to do that, you need to make Cass and Deanna.
Oh, there's a new one that's more powerful than the monkey fist, and it's called a blackjack, like the original metal blackjacks, and it's woven with the infinity snake wrap, and I know how to do that one. I don't know if I have a big enough if I got big enough steel balls to make that monkey paw. Monkey fist.
But
I may
get one of the crystal ones like this and
I
make it.
thought it was going to be weed. I looked at the marble. Neat.
No, it's not a marble. That's the crystal.
I gotta just play with this, Sonny. It's okay.
It's a tiger's eye.
Yeah,
Tiger's eye.
and marble.
That's what I was gonna say.
Tiger's eye and
They're
marble.
about
Got
the
it.
same size. You wrap it in there. That would
Oh
hurt.
yeah. Oh yeah. And that
What's
that
it for?
padding
Like,
from the
hit somebody?
paracord. Do what, Cassie?
What's it for?
It's
for
for
throwing at your head.
self-defense.
It's to
It
somebody. Put it on your keychain.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
If you hit somebody in the jaw with that, you can literally bust out teeth.
Ouchies. Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
You just hang on to your keys and you just swing away.
That's a good idea.
Gonna get some rest. Yucky, but appreciate you letting me on, and we'll talk later.
All right, brother. You take care.
Get better, man.
Thanks.
Hi, guys.
Get better, Fluffy. Take care. Tell Jen I love her. But yeah, it's a self-defense weapon. You know, because I hate saying it, but females alone get targeted more in doing like paranormal research and stuff. You know,
Well, women here
they see it.
they disappear like often.
Yeah.
I'm sure everywhere, but
Oh, I mean, you know, you got to think you like there was a group of urbex explorers that was checking out the Lone Star beer factory out here in San Antonio, and there was 3 women there in this group, and they walked up and there was homeless there, and at first the homeless was afraid of them, but because they didn't know that they were female at first, then after they realized that they were female, then they were okay with the situation. You know what I mean? And it's and you know, I don't want to put fear into people. I don't like playing fear monger. And but the thing is none of them had self-defense weapons on. They just had, you know, their flashlights, their cameras, and that was it. And the homeless started like following behind these 3 girls, and they were trying to lead them into a dead end, but it ended up being an emergency fire escape hatch, and that's how they got out of the situation. And there was like 4 homeless guys that was following them down that alleyway, that corridor. So, but if you had something like what Sonny showed you, that monkey fist.
yeah.
If you were walking by a trash can and you just smacked it with this thing, whack,
Yep.
they would think twice of getting close to you.
Where'd you get yours at, Sonny?
I ordered it somewhere online. You can just search. Well, we can't have blackjacks here, but we can. Yeah, we can't carry that leather strap with lead in it, then we'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
But you can have this, which is the same thing. Just it works like a mason ball. It really delivers a whack, guys. It hurts.
Knock some teeth out.
Yeah.
You hit somebody in the elbow with this, and you're going to end their pursuit.
Yeah. Or the knee, or the stomach. I mean,
that's what I do. I walk up behind my friends and I whack them. I swing it backwards like this and whack them in if they're standing holding their drinks or something. I whack them right in the elbow. Smack. And it hurts.
Makes them want their arm go numb.
What makes them want to drop their drink usually?
Yeah.
Yeah, it hurts.
Sonny, Matt puts his special sauce in his venison.
I'll eat his jerky.
Put my own homemade recipe into my jerky too.
Look at Sonny. He's like, I'll still eat it.
Hold on. Hey, girl.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Becca.
How are we all?
Good. How about you, sis?
Not too bad. My ear is trying to get back to normal after a nearly 2-hour phone call, but apart from that, I'm doing okay. Finally doing okay.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad, Parker.
I love that accent.
Yeah, that's a great accent.
I love it.
Yes. I was down with the dreaded and it was lingering. It would be, I'd feel a bit better, and then a couple of days later, bam, down again, and I'm like, oh, I'm so over this. And I think today's the first day I've woken up feeling just about back to normal. So
I had it for 20 days straight. I hated it.
I had it when we got back from the Vegas trip.
Yeah.
Only for a couple weeks. The only problem was I could not shake the tired thing. So like
that's what
a
I'm
week ago,
discovering.
it's been about a week ago now. I started taking these vitamin B pills, vitamin B everything. It's like 2 through 12, and man, within the last 3 days, I've felt almost 100% again.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I might need to do that because I'm finding that's my only thing today. Trying to get back into everything, and just the energy is just not the same.
Well, that lasted until I started that. Dude, it's that tiredness. Even though I wasn't sick anymore, that's been going on for like a month. It seems like month and a half.
Yeah, I've had a few people now warn me to look out for that. And here in Oz, actually, there was just something on about it. And they're saying if you are non-symptomatic, but you have anything, particularly the lethargy, more than 7 days after you're negative and no symptoms, get to your doctor and talk to them because, that's one of the main problems with it at the moment. People being affected by lethargy and no energy, and they may need to do something else. So,
well, luckily that vitamin B stuff worked for me, and it was just I just got it from Amazon. If you go look at it, search it on Amazon, it's the one that comes up under their suggested one under Prime, and it's like $16 US dollars.
Yeah, awesome. I'll have to look for some, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, and you'll notice it like it's like I said, it's B2 through like 12. It's got them all.
Cool.
Nice.
And it will turn your pee is going to be highlighter yellow. Highlighter looks like it will glow in the dark if you shut the lights off.
Yes, it will glow in the dark. That's what really matters.
Actually, there's one trick with vitamins. They're actually useless unless you eat when you're having your vitamins. Otherwise, you are peeing out all the goodness. Basically, that bright yellow is, not going to be absorbed into the system as well unless you're making sure you eat before or after your vitamins. So, I do know that much. Was told that years ago.
Oh yeah. All right. So,
Yeah, Jeanette, you'll have to do pen.
Oh, my frog gigger. Frog gigger.
What scintillating topics have I missed while I was on the phone?
We don't know. We weren't there.
We were discussing
laptops, I think, and and I think turkey nuts, I believe.
Turkey nuts.
Yep.
Yeah, and we were talking about how Fred's the biggest cock in my house. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's about it.
And talking about meat on top of meat, on top of jerky, on top of. Here you go, Cassie.
We were talking about Matt's meat. Yeah, definitely. It's about dazzling it.
I bought this a long time ago, Cassie, and this will be your.
Right? Or not?
No, it's not that kind.
But that's a TOS thing.
It's an Easton duffel bag.
Oh, that's bad. Okay.
Oh, awesome!
It's waterproof. It's a duffel bag backpack. So I'll make that for you and Deanna. And
heck yeah! Thank you, Matt.
You're welcome, sis. And the other bag is a complete waterproof secondary bag that connects to the bottom of it as like a butt pack. And So you get 2 bags for 1.
Oh, heck yeah. I love that.
Yes, ma'am. So you can carry 1 and Deanna can carry 1. And I've never even used it, and I bought it for like $3.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome, sis. You're welcome. It's waterproof too, so it's good.
Waterproof.
Esports. Yeah, I'll make this for you. I'll get it set up and everything for you and send it out to you.
Gotta be surviving, huh?
Yes, ma'am. The way I set it up for you.
Sonny's laughing at me.
I think Sonny's just laughing in general. He's like, what have I got myself into? And I can't leave.
Sonny's like, those girls ain't gonna carry that big ass bag.
I know, he's laughing so hard. He knows he won't harm
She
me.
could have used that bag this weekend.
Oh, right.
Right.
Yeah, you should have put all the scorpions in it and brought it back for you, Matt.
I know. I'm saying.
Scorpions, right? You're like, no, I mean, yes, totally. Thank you. Scorpions, my favorite.
See my little
Hey, I love
tent? I had a little tent out there.
Did you see want me to what? What?
Cassie in a little tent. I could just see her now.
It was a little tent. And Sonny's like, those Bigfoot gonna get you.
Yeah,
Bigfoot would take Cassie away.
That the Bigfoot movie I've seen, I want to say it's called Bigfoot. Just either the Bigfoot.
Oh,
or
the
Big-
recent one that came out?
the scary one.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, Cassie, it starts out with a guy and a girl in a tent exactly like the one you were staying in.
Oh my gosh.
The same tent.
I'm glad I didn't
And
watch.
there's a rustling in the bushes. Okay, they're in there making out, and then you always see these guys that's not prepared, and there's a rustling in the bushes, and dude's like, I'll go check it out. And I was like, oh, he's gonna and then he reaches in his bag and he pulls out this huge ass 357 Magnum, and I was like, damn, he's prepared. This guy's packing. Bigfoot's in trouble, And so when he unzips the tent and you look like 20, 30 yards away, there's some like buckbrush and it's shaking. Yeah. So he gets out and he walks over to the buckbrush, and his woman's in the tent. She's all scared, screaming, and he goes over to the buckbrush with a flashlight, and he shines it at in the bushes, and he's looking around, and then he hears something behind him, and you think he's going to turn around. It's going to be right behind him, but it's even better. He turns around, and it's a shot of the tent, and you just see the tent, and then Bigfoot stands up from behind the tent and looks at him and just grabs the top of the tent and takes off running through the woods, dragging it behind the girl. The girl's getting all up on logs. And he eats her. He eats her. He eats her. It's the scariest damn thing watching that movie and then going hunting.
I'm glad I didn't watch it.
With the Mossy Creek monster, it likes females. There's a story of a female that's right beside the Mossy Creek and everything that was just sitting there waiting for her boyfriend to get off from work or whatever, and she had a car with a sunroof on it that she left open because it was like a spring or summer day or whatever. And she's just sitting in there listening to music or whatever. And all of a sudden, this huge hairy hand comes through like the sunroof trying to grab her and everything. And she's screaming and all this stuff. And supposedly the scream scared it all. But yeah, Bigfoots love women. I mean,
yeah, that movie is just straight up scary. That's the first movie I've ever seen where it portrays a Bigfoot that's like that violent. I don't think
eating people.
Yeah, well, it might. It could eat you if it wanted to, I guess. But I I don't think they're that violent.
The patties, the
Or I
type
would be in
ones
trouble.
are not violent.
Where I hunt, they actually say that's where Bigfoot lives. Where I hunt in Wishawn, that's where Bigfoot lives. They have signs all over that place
Yeah.
that tell you that. And I think he would already got me if he was out to get people. I've been so far out there in the middle of nowhere where no one can hear you or help you.
Yeah.
for
Well,
miles.
in your area, the type 1 lives out there. The
I don't know
patty.
what the types are when you say type 1 and type 2.
The type 1 is like Harry and the Hendersons, the giant ape-like one, like gorilla-like one.
Okay.
The type 2 is the Neanderthal. They look more human. If you remember the old cartoon He-Man and the Masters of the Universe,
Yeah, I remember the hairy guy.
the Beast Man.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what a type 2 looks like. They look more humanoid, and that's the one that I saw. And that was in McDonald, Georgia. The type 3 is the Genesqua, and they are known as the stone giants, and they're more baboonish. They have the elongated snout. They are more violent and aggressive, and
I
a
have
lot
to
of
mute.
people.
I'm talking to myself. Sorry, guys.
You're good.
I know, but I was literally talking to myself again.
But the Genesqua is the ones that usually get misidentified as dogmen because they have, a long snout and would look like, a werewolf or anything if you saw just a shadow of it, And then the type 4 is what are they called? They're called the face eaters, but they actually look like baboons. They're smaller, they're smarter, they can use weapons, they can create spears, they can create traps, they can do, they can do a lot of things. And they will eat humans. They don't care. And they also hunt in packs. So those are the 4 in America that people know. Then there's subspecies of Sasquatches that are called devil monkeys. They're the skunk apes, stuff like that. And they're not truly Sasquatch, but they're in the same category as it. I mean, when I was dating the voodoo priestess in Baton Rouge, we would go into the bayou and everything, and you could shoot up in a tree trying to kill a raccoon.
You mean shoot up with a gun? I thought you were talking about needles. Oh my god.
Oh no.
I should pay attention to what the heck we're talking about, I guess. Sorry about that, guys. Oh my god. Okay, I'm like, what the heck? Where did this devolve to? I'm sorry, what? Okay, never mind. I'm back with you guys here. Survival, not drug use, Scott. My bad. Sorry.
It's all good. We're talking about the cryptids. We're talking about different.
Yeah, it's good. Cryptid. Okay, I'm back with you guys. Sorry about that. Give me a little heart attack there. Take your notes again.
In the 20s, in the 20s, Barnum and Bailey had a train full of wild animals and everything, and it wrecked in Baton Rouge, and I think it was like 1922, 1925, somewhere around there. And it overturned, and the monkey carriage, the monkey cart, flipped over and busted open, and probably about 100 different species of monkeys ran into the swamps and everything and started living out in Baton Rouge and in the bayou and everything. But still to this day, you may think there's a raccoon up in the tree, and you shoot up into that tree, and a monkey will fall out of that tree, and you just killed a monkey.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah, I
That's
can tell you that. Yeah, I can tell you that from experience. I've done that, and you'll hear howler monkeys out in the bayou when we would be on the fan boats hunting alligators. So,
Wow.
yeah, I mean, things like the skunk ape and devil monkeys and all this stuff, they are descendants of the monkeys from that train wreck. Yeah.
I know. I was saying that they're descendants of you.
Yeah, descendants of me. Yeah, that's it.
That's what I'm saying.
But people take too much into fear and into stories, like the majority of a lot of cryptid hunters. I've been hunting cryptids for over 20 years, ever since I was 18, and ever since my first experience. And I've only ever seen Sasquatch once in my life. I've heard Sasquatches. I've been in areas that had Sasquatch activity, but face-to-face seeing them, I've only seen it once in my life. But they're not as plentiful as people say they are. They're not, and I know people are going to say differently, like, oh, Connor has all these experiences and everything. I hate to say it, but I disagree with that. You know what I mean? I seriously disagree with a lot of it, because the thing with cryptids, the thing with living creatures, is nature takes its toll on everything. You may find a track or something like that you think is a Sasquatch track, but it's actually multiple creature tracks that have created it, and nature it's either rained or that area has been muddy, and multiple creatures have pushed down that same thing, and it's hardened. In a lot of places that have shedding trees, trees that have leaf folds, that fills up gaps in a lot of tracks. So it gets delusional after a while, and you have to take actual biology to understand a lot of this stuff, instead of
Never
just.
mind, I don't care.
Trust me,
Well,
I get it. It's not always a Bigfoot. They had a Bigfoot. They had a Bigfoot, not sighting, but it was the print in the snow.
Yeah.
They had, and it was by. It's by one of the like a rest area parking lot. It's got a bathroom. You can park there, go play in the snow type thing.
Right.
It was by that bathroom was where they had it, and Papa Willie is the one that tells me about it, and he's dying laughing, and I'm like, no, you're full of shit, dude. And he tells me, dude, you got to see it. It's in the paper. And so I get it. I find out. I go see what he's talking about. They got a footprint, a picture of it, and it's big. It's a big footprint. And it's Papa Willie's footprint. Papa Willie's like 6'5", some shit like that, 6'6", 7. He's big. So he gets out of my truck to go to the bathroom, and he had just taken his boots off, and he said, "Dude, I'm just gonna walk over there, and just take a
To
leak."
just do it.
Yeah, and so he gets out of the truck in the snow with no shoes on, dude, and he walks over there. Well, what happened was he's got a big foot, but then the
Yeah.
snow melted, so it made it look even bigger. It made it look
Oh
really big.
yeah.
Yeah, and the way it's his footprint is the truck. My truck's in the background in the one of the pictures.
So I know it's footprint
But
because
we
your truck's in the
we
background.
did not have anything to do with it. Somebody took pictures of his footprint while we were there playing in the snow, and then went back to the paper and said they had pictures of Bigfoot footprints. So that was one instance for sure that I knew that wasn't Bigfoot. We never told anybody, we never
Yeah.
called the paper and told them no, that wasn't Bigfoot, but yeah, sometimes it's mistaken, but I think there's a lot of people that have seen him. I think.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, but a lot of people also they get and Sonny, you can back me up on it. You know about it too. People get forest delusions. They see something and experience something in the forest, but it's the refraction of light through the trees. It's different shading, and it's another creature that's in the woods than what they believe it is. And that's how a lot of 411 cases and everything happen, is people misidentifying their surroundings, but people saying, there's 15 Sasquatch living in my,
Basement.
quarter of an acre land. No, there's not enough food to survive on that much. Even for a human, there's not. So how's 15 Sasquatches from 7 foot tall to 9 foot tall, ranging from the weight of 600 pounds to 800 pounds, foraging in a half acre of land and living, it's because you got to think. Here's the thing.
Deer meat. A lot of deer
Right.
meat.
And like what Drop said, yes, a Sasquatch's diet is 70% wild edibles and 30% meat, because anybody that's ever been out in the wilderness knows if you get hurt in the wilderness, if you get a gash, if you get a bad cut, something like that, or say a boar gores you, and you're living out in the wilderness, you are not going to live very long. And that even goes for Sasquatches.
Hey guys, I gotta drop out of here, Matt. I'm getting tired, man.
You're good, brother. I'm about to close it off anyways.
All right.
The
But thank you for
ladies were
having me
hoping
on,
you.
man.
The ladies thought you were going to drop your shirt.
No, we're already. There's recordings going on. Come on now.
They're paying for a gun show, Sonny.
No gun show. No gun show.
Yeah, a gun
Look at the
show.
magnet nips.
All right. Guys, thank you so much. It was fun.
See you, Sony.
Hey,
See
good
you
night,
later.
everybody. Everybody, good night, Cass. I'll see you later.
Right. Okay.
All right, guys.
Thanks for being up there, Sonny.
Hi, Shrimp.
So, anyways,
Shrimp is in the chat. I'm hungry.
I was going to say, I was watching a video the other day and I was just going back through my watch history, trying to remember whether I watched it on here on the phone. And it
Yes,
was of a
ma'am.
couple who have been hearing strange things out, in the wilderness and in their neighborhood. But they also showed over the previous few months or something, there's been damage around the neighborhood. Multiple
Right.
neighbors, multiple, whatever. And they're going, there's something out there. We don't know
Yeah.
what it is. They're surmising maybe Sasquatch, Bigfoot, possibly. And they were actually, was it one of the TikTok ones? Oh, I don't remember. But they went live because this woman suddenly like, I've gone live, guys, because it's happening again. Listen. And the noises were pretty darn terrifying, I must say. I don't know whether, if I could find it ever, you would class it as Sasquatch or not. But they did go on for a while, and she was shaking. You could see she was petrified. Hubby was like, no, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go and have a look. And she's like, do I have to come with you? He's like, no, go inside. But then I think she either went back outside or went with him. They showed a footprint behind the bush. And this footprint, he got his measuring tape out. Now, this thing was like 14 inches long, roughly.
Right.
And it was very thin where the arch of the foot is. Very, very thin. And I did wonder, I'm thinking, now, see, I know these things can all be doctored and,
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, for the amount of damage, if the damage is real, if it was anyway, why would Sasquatch be bothering to damage fences, other things? Because they showed a couple of different neighbours who'd had different things, done. And I'm thinking, I don't know what on earth is out there, love, behind your house, but yeah, I don't think I'd be letting pets outside at night without being there, or because the noises were totally, a bit scary, I must say. But you guys have got a lot of wildlife anyway, haven't you, out there? So I'm like, well, that is a large footprint. I will give you that, but I know they can be made. I mean, hell, I made Santa footprints for my kids, man, in the house. You know what I mean?
Right.
We've all done it.
Well, I haven't. What are you talking about? I'm not that kind of person.
Oh, well, a lot of us have. So,
I'm not into it either.
Is there some, validity? It always makes you wonder, when you do see just normal people going, oh my God, listen to this. And they show you, they back onto a big forest or, big bit of land or nature reserve or whatever. And I do wonder how many, are actually out there realistically, not
realistically,
just, because everybody makes it sound like they're everywhere. You know, once you start watching more and more people and different people, and it's like, well, I don't doubt they're out there, but I don't know whether there's quite the numbers lurking around your neighbourhoods that, people are imagining. Perhaps there are.
Yeah. Realistically, I say, because in America alone, there's 4 different types. Each one of them, the thing is one, the breeding. If they're anything like gorillas, like Gigantopithecus, they have like human birth cycles like us, which means that at most they may have twins if that's lucky, but the majority of it is one birth. And then with limited food sources, everything that's going on, where there's not even enough wild edibles to support even local mammal populations in the world.
Exactly. Yeah. And this is my other question. Like with some things that
the armadillo ran by.
Oh, is he back?
Yeah, sorry, I got excited for a second.
Instead of squirrel, it's armadillo.
Yeah. He loves that. He'll give it a carrot shell. Just don't know.
What some people have seen though, when they've shown footage of animals they can't, describe. I'm also, am I one of the only few that also know in a lot of different countries, some animals, you know, they're losing their coat through
Yes.
malnutrition, through mites, through different, you know, insects, things like that. And they could be a lot of these things that are being mistaken for werewolves.
Well, I think a chupacabra is like a bear that has mange. Personally, if you've seen if you've seen a bear like that, this is what they look like, dude.
Well, and yeah,
Yeah.
bears with mange and things. That's what, you know. And I'm thinking, well, there could be a lot more of that going on than you think. Because man, I've seen a polar bear starving, and that is a horrible, horrible vision to see.
Yeah, that's prevalent in Australia.
Well,
bro.
it was on telly somewhere along the line or YouTube, but to physically see one that in their environment they cannot, there's not enough food and they're starving to death.
Yes.
And you know there's other things that affect their skin, their coat. It does make me go, well, hang on, that could be a bear that's lost its hair. It could be a literal wolf that's lost its hair, you know, this sort of thing that people automatically, though, go, oh, my God, it's this, or it's this, or do you think, I mean, some of it, you know, are sensible and go, what do you think it is? But I think perhaps maybe, is there a lot more of that than people realise there is?
They're
and mistaken sort of for something they're not.
I know people don't want to hear this or anything, but with the way the world is, with the way that we have poisoned the ozone layers and everything, global warming, all this stuff that has been happening for generations. And also you got to think, animals don't understand brother and sister. Animals don't understand incest. And and also humans, there's more humans in this world than ever has there been in 1,000 years.
Oh gosh, yes.
And just like, look at Alaska, okay? Alaska, over in, what was it, 2020, when the pandemic happened and everything, Alaska had to literally shut down its salmon run because there was not enough salmon to capture, to sell, because they would have put the salmon into extinction if they did, because they're packaging over 15 to 20
Matt, isn't it salmon?
I call it salmon.
That'd be
I can't.
interesting to know what the heck that was. Then I'm like, wait, are you talking about salmon? I was all confused.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at my guess. We renamed it. Good.
But they literally, over the 3-month cycle of catching these fish, they process over 15 to 20 million pounds of salmon to sell to humans. And that is every year during the breeding cycle. And all the wildlife of Alaska rely on that salmon, on that to eat. And if you take away from the wildlife, it damages the ecosystem. But But yes, there's new diseases coming out every day. There is literally the wasting deer disease here in America, which they call the zombie virus for deers. And it's I've literally had to kill 5 of them this year because they were coming through my yard. They have bulging eyes. They have their tongue hanging out, and they are literally walking around in a circle for days starving
course.
themselves to death.
Oh,
But
that's so sad.
yeah, but the thing is, it's passed by piss, by feces, and by even the deer blowing,
Ticks.
like blowing its snot onto another deer. It's passed on that easily.
Yeah,
And
those dudes, like, their heads hang and they don't respond either. They're not afraid of cars.
Yeah.
They're not afraid of anything. Not even people. It's very
Right.
strange stuff, man.
it's like, have you ever seen a deer drunk on fermented apples?
Well, yes,
Like,
of course I have. I'm everywhere.
yeah. And it's kind of the same exact thing that happens to them. But we have done this to animals. We
Yeah.
have, and with Sasquatches and everything, and human civilization expanding out and destroying what limited wilderness that we have left for our animals. I mean, look at the wildfires in California the last 10 years. I mean,
We're always on fire.
yeah. And all that wilderness, all that those trees everywhere. If there was Sasquatches out there, they are dead now. You know, and it I do not think that there is that many left. And the ones that are around are interbreeding with each other. It's not the same four as it was 100+ years ago. Yeah, what Ryan said, the blue dogs, yeah, it's a mix between, because in America we have so many wild dogs, so many feral dogs that are breeding with coyotes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we have coyote dogs that have the strength and the jaw strength of a coyote, which can literally snap your arm in half, with one bite, break your bones. And you cross that with something, the upper body strength or the whole entire strength of a pit bull or a Rottweiler, or you literally create a mutant hybrid that is insanely powerful.
Yep.
But
yeah, I think humans have got a lot to answer for, Matt. I got to be honest. Where I am, they're doing a big ring road for our trucks because we're a port city, or small city, but a port city. And our CBH, where all the grain and sulfur and lime and everything gets taken to and from, our big trucks have to come basically just about halfway through the city, sort of thing. So they wanted to give them a ring road to sort of shoot them out past what we have, a massive big roundabout as you come into our city. So they wanted to avoid that, to free up the roundabout a bit, because they do cause a lot of congestion. But when I realized where the damn ring road was going to end up, I literally drove along sort of this bit of a long road, and it takes you down to our harbour. And I'm driving past the old CBH where it used to be on this road. And as you get up to a corner, a turnoff, like there'd been land left in front of the CBH. There were beautiful trees. They've been there for God knows how long. They're massive.
Right.
And I drove along only, 6-8 weeks ago, and every single damn tree has been cut down and bulldozed and I'm drove along so used to seeing all this beautiful little last bit of nature that was left there.
Yeah.
And it literally hurt my heart. I cried. because I'm always, now don't get me wrong, I mean, humans over animals. Well, I'm actually probably halfway the other camp, animals over humans,
Right.
because they cannot ask for help. I mean, some of them can. I mean, they've proven it. They've come up to humans for help. But you know what I mean?
Well,
They
yeah.
don't have a voice per se. They just bulldozed how many birds, snakes, insects. I mean, I'm not keen on spiders and insects and snakes, don't get me wrong.
Oh,
But live and let live, man. They all have a job in our ecosystem. And they just bulldozed, I don't know how many poor critters and birds' homes. And I literally started crying on my way to the shop, just shaking my head thinking, why? I am so sick of this, you know, like here we have so many homes already for sale.
I got 2 flocks. Who's the real flock? Flock.
Oh,
Okay. Anyways, continue, vodka. Vodka?
what happened?
Yes.
What's going on tonight? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I can hear you.
It's crazy.
Hold on. Oh, yeah, we lost her.
Oh, we lost Rebecca.
Yeah, she'll be back. She'll be back.
Sarah?
All right, vodka. Don't worry, sis. But yeah, the thing is I'm not a specialist in anything. I am a cryptid hunter, but I don't specialize in just hunting one creature. I hunt all of them. Everything that I can get my hands on, I've hunted, or get information about, I've hunted. And, you know, a lot of these creatures that people claim to be seeing and everything, I don't believe it. I really don't. There she is. There she is.
Oh, damn
Welcome
winter
back.
here, I tell you. Grr.
It's all good, sis.
So yeah,
But,
I'm just having a bitch probably more than anything, but I fully agree, Matt. I mean, the amount of interbreeding because they're pushed out, because their land is taken over more and more, and we just keep consuming and consuming. It does break my heart. And so I do what I can, you know. I mean, lost dogs are my thing. I seem to spot all of them, you know. I try and make sure I get home, that sort of thing. It's that type of thing that breaks my heart for society.
oh
Because without animals, we're all lost. They all have a job. And bees, for God's sake, bees are so endangered now. You know,
yeah.
there have been disease, there have been fires, floods that have taken them all out, all this sort of
And
thing.
the 5G.
Exactly.
The 5G is screwing with their sonar.
Yes, and the trees, all the things that they're taking away. Man, without them, we cannot grow crops.
Right.
You know, that type of. So yeah, I see it here, and it frustrates me no end. You know, I'm a no one. I don't have money. I keep saying to hubby, I just want to win damn lotto so I can go buying patches of land, so I can make them into reserves, and so no one is allowed to. You know, yes, look after it, do it properly, burn off when we need to. You know, all this sort of thing to look after it, but just so there's some places left for some animals, you know?
Well, here's the thing, you know, Bill Gates said that if the bees die and everything, he has been working on the last 20 years to make nano bees, robotic bees to take over the bees' jobs. And yeah, nano robotic bees. That's how much humans do not care about animals, do not
I love
care
bees.
about the ecosystem. It and that's why I say, there is other countries that do care about their cryptids. Like in India, there is a Bigfoot called the Vara, and the Vara has one specific jungle it's somewhere north of Bangladesh, and the village literally is the protector of that forest for these Vara. They will not let any human go into there. They will not let any human even try to do studies of these creatures. And they will literally kill anybody that tries to trespass into that forest. Then, even where you live, Vodka, you have the Yowie,
Yes. Yep.
and you also have a vampire. What is it called? Vampire Rock, that's out in Australia, that supposedly holds a Sasquatch-like vampire,
Yeah, supposedly. I really haven't. I don't know a lot about that one.
Yeah.
It's not talked about a lot over here, except in the right communities, of course. Yeah, well, we're supposed to have, like I was talking about the other day, it's probably just a massive cat, a feral cat. But, we've had our own, even in my own town, Black Panther in air quotes. Even my husband and I have, when he was young, when I was young, we both experienced. And it's that quick flash where you're like, what the hell was that? And you would swear it was a Black Panther.
Right.
But man, we don't have them here, as I said, unless circuses of days gone by, like you were saying to do with the train, have left them here somewhere along the line. It's probably just a massive feral cat as such.
Well, it's also during the 60s and the 70s where money was everywhere, and that was one thing in the 60s and the 70s and a lot of European countries and stuff, that they wanted big exotic cats. And once they realized how much it costs to feed them and take care of them and everything, they just let them escape,
Yep. Yeah, I say don't get me started, because animals are my jam, and I am one of them that unless you're rehabilitating, it can't be left out in the wild. Nobody on God's green earth should own big cats at all, unless you are literally saving their life and you're giving them a home. Proper sanctuaries, things like that, I'm all for. That's fine. I don't have a problem. But owning animals, like, I'm still gobsmacked that in the US you're allowed to own so many different animals that are wild animals. The name wild is there for a reason. And
it's because we believe we can domesticate anything because we are the higher.
Well, no, it's just status symbol.
Well, that too, but we believe, it's like in the 20s when big businessmen and everything, even Al Capone had 2 hyenas as his guard dogs.
Yeah, right.
So,
yeah. See, that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. I'm still stunned that so many wild animals are allowed to be owned over there.
Right.
I like, one part of me gets it. Don't get me wrong. I love animals. You know,
I want a sloth.
I'd love nothing better than to pat a little tiny tiger kitty, or don't get me wrong, but knowing how people get their photos with them disgusts me. Elephants, tigers, as I said, rehabilitation, and if you end up with a very good relationship with them and they do learn something, okay, fair enough, that helps you make money to keep your place going, as long as you're not completely taking advantage of them and you're actually looking after them properly. You know what I mean? Like, I get that side of the world.
Yes.
But the real touristy ones, half of them would have no clue. They sedate the animals so you can actually get your photos.
Well, I'm disgusted with myself, but you got to think I was like 7 years old at this time.
You're the worst, Matt. That's it. You can't
Yeah.
do it anymore. You're canceled.
Right.
It's it. It's over with. But I was a teenager when I rode an elephant, so there's that.
Well, it in Tennessee they had this open air flea market, and it was a zoo and a flea market. The kids could be at the zoo and everything while the parents are at the flea market buying. You call I don't know if you call them the same as people in the UK. What is it called? Something where you buy it out the trunk of a car.
Yep.
But
yep.
Yeah, it's kind of different. Yeah, they do sell the back of their cars and everything, but they had a petting zoo, and where you could pay $5 and you could feed a baby lion out of a bottle.
Hey, look, as I said, don't get me wrong. I mean, one part of me would love to do that, But I think the old school ones, like you're talking when you were a kid, they didn't know as much. They didn't think of the whole world picture. And some of them were taken good care of. Some weren't, unfortunately, as we know. But, they generally didn't sedate their animals to do that. It's sort of in the last 10, 15, 20 years, bigger ones have started realizing what they can do, and, they can make more money out of the tourists and things. I mean, back when we were all kids, there was a lot hidden and a lot not told. And I think, and life was so simple.
Yeah.
It was more. It was just a fun thing to do. There was no real malice or anything there.
Yeah.
Either, I mean, some didn't take the best care of them, but a lot of them did, or they tried really hard to. But that's what I mean. Don't get me wrong. I would love nothing more than to go ride an elephant, to pat a tiger, black panthers, snow leopards. I mean, I love all my big cats, any big animals. I'm an animal person, and I look at zoos now, and I think back to our zoo when I was a kid. Now, I'll give them their props, even though they're in the center of our big city. They have taken a lot of steps compared to when I was a child. I mean, I think back to the bears, actually. They're one of my biggest ones that my heart aches for, because they were in tiny cement cages, with a little water thing in front. And I didn't know, as a 7-year-old, like you said, you didn't know that wasn't really the right thing for them. You were just enthralled at seeing one, And
I loved animals.
Exactly. Same. It was such a buzz to see them up close and things, and animals from other countries, like the bear. But our zoo now has done I mean, I like it. In one way, it's sort of like it's a half rip-off because sometimes you never know if you're going to see the animal because they've actually expanded their. Well, they're not in. Well, they're technically caged, yes, but they've given them proper big. You know, they've landscaped it. They've put the trees in. They've tried to replicate their homes and given them a lot bigger area so that they're not under stress so much that they can try and be happy and you know, and it's a lot better than it used to be. We can only live and learn, but yeah, I'm sort of the animal thing. It makes my skin crawl when I see monkeys as pets, and you know, I get but as I say, one part of me gets it. Don't get me wrong, I do. They're so adorable. How could you not want one, especially when you see baby versions of everything? I mean, my God, baby versions of everything are just so adorable.
I know. I have this one TikTok that I've saved to my phone when I'm having a bad day at work or whatever, and it's called a bucket of sloths, and it's like 12 baby sloths having the time of their life in a bucket, being like washed and everything. And
now see, how can you resist?
I have a question about this. Not a question, something to say about this. Why are we trying to save panda bears when they won't even have sex? But even sloths will get up and have sex. I mean, what is this?
Well, no, they do have sex. The only bad thing about pandas is their birth cycle. Like, it's so hard to birth them. But the thing is mother panda bears, they don't care about their young. Like, they will literally starve their children or sit on them or whatever. That's why China takes
that's why we're trying to. I mean, even though sloths will like take care of the child. I mean, what is this?
Yeah, not all animals, unfortunately, have that automatic mother instinct either. Even in breeds that normally do, you'll still get the odd ones that just don't know what to do, or it's foreign, or they just in
It's
their
more of a
brain.
rhetorical question, guys.
Yeah. You're a turd, Sarah.
Yes, I know I am.
Ranting
I'm
against
literally a shithead. Yes, we know.
I raise chickens, guinea pigs, and lion's mane rabbits as my alternative food source for the end of for like apocalypse or SHTF. And one of my lion's mane rabbits, she's the oldest one, she's the best breeder, and she had 4 baby rabbits last week, and something told me that it wasn't right because she wasn't acting normal, and I wasn't giving her enough nutrients that I thought I was. And she ended up, and she literally ate her own babies. A rabbit ate her babies, and that is very, very unheard of.
Well, this was a deagle this time.
Yeah. Wow.
But even rabbits will literally eat meat if they have to. You know, that shows that animals will do anything that they can to survive, and they know how to survive. But
right. Yeah, I still think it's barbaric, but man, that's why mummy and daddy birdies throw birdies out of the nest, and you know,
because the birdies won't survive because
it breaks my heart. But I know it's nature, and you know, I mean, I know nature's cycle and everything. I don't like it, but I know it. I'm one of them. I can accept it. I know it's a cycle, but I don't like it.
But they do show sympathy. They do show remorse for it, you know, even afterwards, because they will grieve for it. But they had to do it, you know. Like it. I mean, wolves, coyotes, if they have a runt in the litter or something like that that is not pulling its weight, because in a pack or in any kind of situation, you are only as strong as your weakest member. And
Yeah.
if it's up, they're going to go ahead and finish it off. They're going to eat it or kill it, and it's for the survival of the whole pack or the whole group. And
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I know it's part of nature and it's their cycle and there is a
Yeah.
proper reason. I mean, I get all that. That's why I don't watch David Attenborough anymore.
I know.
I know it, but the heart just, yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you guys want to know what happened when all that shenanigans just happened? Before I forget what happened. Okay, so Bach came in and brought in my food, right?
Yeah.
And I guess you put the sodas in the fridge or the freezer for a little bit too long, and so he comes in here and he sits one down, and it kind of rolls off. So we put it back, and the next thing you know, it explodes. However, it would explode, the force was so strong, I guess kicked me out of everything, and that's what happened. and I'm like covered in soda. The room's covered in soda right now. I guess in the morning. Anyway, so yeah, and then so when I try to get back in, right, and then all of a sudden there's two of us, and then Matt's looking at me all disappointed, like, what are you trying to do here? And I'm like, I don't know, me either.
No, I was like, I thought somebody was coming in on with your image.
Too, right? I was like, somehow, right? And so I'm like, okay. So then I take myself out of it, but yeah, I'm still in it, but I'm not. And I'm like, Matt, kick me. So I can get back in. Yeah. So then I started coming back in, and then boxers had to be in paper towels that were dripping wet. I'm like, wait for me, stop it! I just got back in, go away.
We thought someone had cleaned you.
Yeah. So like the explosion was so strong, it kicked me out of the street with a tablet. I have no idea.
Wow. Well, I hope you're okay.
I'm quite covered in soda. Matter of fact, it's quite sticky in here. But good times. My glasses are like all spotted. It's fun. Yeah.
Shower time now.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of like this. I like this sticky feeling. It feels pretty good.
Now we all enjoy a sticky feeling every now and then.
I know. So like, I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, I'm quite good times. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what happened.
I'm gonna have to call this because I gotta work in the morning.
One little bit of soda shower. You gotta go. All right, man. Thanks for having us on. You're the best, Matt.
Yep.
I love
Thanks
you.
for having me up, bro. Good to see you.
Always this. Anytime. Like I said, anybody and everybody's welcome up here.
All right, Meister next. Come on, guys. Move on now. Just kidding. Come on, man.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah,
I love you, man.
Blanca, anytime you want to get up here, sis, you're welcome. Anybody is. Always, sis. And it was great talking with you. We can actually talk now.
I know, isn't it so good? Except now he's like, man, that was such a mistake.
Yeah.
She gets the roll and shut up.
That's only how he feels about me. It's okay.
Vodka, you've been my sis forever. Like
I know. You're in that handful, my original fam with Cassie.
Yes,
Cassie over there hiding in the chat. And Amy and all the crew and my bestie Laura, you're all my little handful when I first found you all. So yes. Been around a long time.
I just have to say this real quick, Cass. I absolutely positively mean everything I said, and I totally love you, girl. Yeah.
But
You're the
I
best,
love
like,
all
seriously. We love you too, Matt. Well, I do, anyways.
Well,
like I said, and I know YouTube's going crazy right now and everything, but
we'll just
my
keep it
area,
up, so,
Oh, yeah, YouTube's always broken. What are you saying?
but my area is always going to be a safe haven for anybody. So
yeah.
Well, my area should be pretty nonsensical, and yeah, just me.
And fun times on Sarah's, yeah, all good.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. I'm waiting for a few things to come in so I can start doing the actual shows. But again, like I did with that, but now I can like kind of do it myself a little bit more with less my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But at the same time, that means I still have the bird problem. But whatever.
Yeah.
So
And
I
it just
just
makes it
want
interesting.
well,
I
yeah.
want to thank
Everyone else
everybody
knows.
that was on here. I want to thank everybody that was on panel. I want to thank my two sisters up here, my other sister Cassie in the chat down there, and I love you all.
It was a
And
nightmare. It was a nightmare, and that's why we ended up here. Okay, nightmare. Don't worry about it. We're good now, nightmare. At the end. Woo.
you closed your eyes and you took a direction, Nightmare. How you doing, brother? And now we're ending.
I can go live next if you guys want. Did you guys want me to go live next or what? Seriously, I will.
Yeah. All
Yes,
right.
no?
I love you all.
All right, love you too,
You
man.
go.
Thanks.
Love you. Bye.
You're the best,
Love
Matt.
y'all. Y'all too. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
And all right, everybody. I love you all. I hope everybody had a good time here. And I know I'm like a lobotomized monkey sometimes, or a squirrel, and I don't always stay on track, but I'm trying to. But I love you all. Y'all take care, and I will see y'all on the next one, okay? I love y'all. And I'm closing out. Good night, family. Love you all. Bye.